Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your Iron Marshal today, because today we're carrying on with our Road to Iron Gods, the lead up to our annual gaming marathon. And today we're going to be continuing on playing the current version of Pinnacle Entertainment's Savage Worlds for Pathfinder, or Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. I guess I got that the wrong way. This is, we're calling it Savage Pathfinder. It is the set of rules that adapt the Savage Worlds system to play more like the Pathfinder, or really D&D 3rd edition rules. This is part 3 of the Road to Iron Gods. So if you do want to go back and get caught up, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, let me jump in and introduce you to our travelers on the road to the Iron Gods. Why don't you tell us who you are, guys, who you're playing, and what did you spend your last advancement on? First up, we've got Carl.
Hello, I'm Carl, and I play Kate Firemane. She is a custom-made class called a Magus that Kevin put together using the Savage World Pathfinder rules. And I spent my last advance on increasing my strength. I liked how hard those trolls hit, so I want to hit hard like a troll.
Nice. Awesome. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, and I'm playing Alberic, who is a half-orc paladin of Yomadai. And my last advancement was, similarly, I spent it on an edge called Brute that makes me... it connects athletics to strength and lets me resist athletics tests with strength. So I can, if somebody tries to trip me, I can just, stop them by being tough instead of having to dodge out of the way.
Excellent. Very nice. Next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing Clockwork, who is a monk. And this time I spent my advance on getting survival skill at D4. And I increased my common knowledge. I did think about strength as well, because technically you're only meant to increase a stat like that once per level.
Correct. Yeah. Ooh.
So I will have to do that.
What was the other skill that you raised? You said survival?
Common knowledge to D6.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
And then brand new one at D4.
Yep. Perfect.
Which is survival, because I know we were having difficulties over. Hopefully he's been
nothing like the journey
taking
rules.
Note of what's been going wrong.
We played our 3rd session of Savage Rifts yesterday as well, and the guys reminded me that after the first session, because they had such a fucking hard time with the journeys, that everyone ended up leaning into their niche for the journey. So nothing like necessity to be the driver of where you spend your advancements. So that's great. And last but certainly not least is Sean.
Hi, I'm playing Ambrosius Apparatum, as the last name infers. I am an android and a follower of Bry, the goddess of invention. I took PowerPoint's edge. I completely ignored our needs as far as overland travel, and I did not take strength, and went in a completely different path of PowerPoint's edge, because his main thing is whipping out some arcane powers.
Yep. Very nice. Okay, so the PowerPoint's edge in Savage Pathfinder, same thing, gives you 5?
Yep, page 64.
Cool. Okay, so then your PowerPoint, if you adjust it on your character sheet to 15, and you can put both the current and maximum at 15, because you guys, where we last left you guys, you would have had time to rest.
Yep.
So Arlen missed last session. Guys, who wants to tell Arlen what he missed?
Yep, so you missed a lot of troll fighting. So we actually did surprisingly well, despite the fact that we had a couple combatants. I don't know, I guess they ran away, fell in a hole. So, and actually, Sean is correct. Ambrosius did a lot of buffing from behind mine and Clockwork shield wall.
Yep.
As much as that was. So healing and buffing and with several fantastic rolls by Mo and I on the roll 20, we were able to dispatch him. So Kate Firemane, as her hair and name implies, she uses fire as her trapping. So that really, we've learned that scared the trolls a lot. So she was able to imbue her big maul with fire, and I got a couple good hits on the damage and blew some up. And then Mo and I, our characters whittled down the creatures with some, fire and alchemist fire that Clockwork had. And then we tracked. Even though we stumbled and bumbled, we found the troll lair, and Kate picked up a sky metal two-handed sword, and she left the mall there, for the next party of adventurers that happened to stumble off.
Nice.
But because carrying those two big weapons, I mean, we're not playing anime, so we can't have those two giant weapons, one in each hand.
Damn you, Madison, and your encumbrance rules.
And we found a lot of scrap, cool scrap stuff too, and I put it in the our loot tab.
Yep.
That we have. So
I think
stuff to look at.
This is running.
And then we stumbled.
Go ahead.
Following that, we kept stumbling and bumbling because we have no survival skill, and somehow we managed to avoid too much trouble until we saw a storm on the horizon. But that was coupled with a horde of cavalry Kelid, and we flagged them down, and things went well there. They didn't cut us down like the dregs we were, but instead we joined them, convinced them to take us with them so we wouldn't get eaten by the storm.
Well, prairie fire. It was a wildfire. Yeah.
Wildfire. So then they took us to their camp, where we're going to pick up, I believe. So.
Yep. The following morning. Anyone have anything to add? Oh, you had one other thing too.
Oh, right.
Right.
I guess it happened so fast because.
Because you guys are so awesome. I mean, it was really no big deal.
We ran into this robot while we were camping. This was the day before the prairie fire because we had gotten more or less lost, so we couldn't get to where we were going. And this creature attacked us during our watches. But we basically like Kate basically closed on it, fire bolted it. I rolled really well. I was able to change. So the cool thing about Savage World is you can change your trappings, so for extra power points. So I changed it to electricity. So hopefully I figured that might work, and robots seem resilient to fire. I don't know, but it seemed to work pretty well against it, and it blew it up. Before really, it tried to zap us. It tried to it seemed like it wasn't trying to kill us, but trying to capture us because it was zapping with a stun ray.
Yeah, I think Ambrosius almost went down.
Yeah. That's some good long range attacks.
Yeah, I feel like we blew it up before it got into melee. So
yeah,
which is surprising.
So
considering how tough the trolls had been for us.
Yeah. I think you can probably blame your DM for underassessing, or your Iron Marshal for underassessing what you guys can face. And he nearly killed you with trolls. I'm like, let's take it a little easier this time in our numbers. All right, we're all getting our footing here. Okay, so then where are we picking up, guys? Is in a, let me bring us all over to our, I think, Arlen, you haven't seen this yet. This is our sort of visual aid for what the plains of Numeria look like. I'll put us down here. So where you guys are waking is, it is morning in the camp of the Black Horses. It was, as Carl said, it was a tribe of black horses that were fleeing the prairie fire, trying to outrun it. Our heroes bought their way onto a bunch of horses to travel along with them, and then actually provided some pretty helpful assistance in guiding and using some magics and shit like that to help the black horses get to safety. Though Ambrosius did notice, he did detect a cave, though. He used his magics to find a cave that would have been safe. And I had one viewer who was very angry, and I didn't note that... I didn't know that, I guess, armadillos or something like that, they can dig into a burrow, and then they can survive prairie fires that way. So,
fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, It's a fucking fantasy game. So
I didn't know that. So
I didn't know that either, so that was helpful. It was more the tone.
Arlen, you didn't know that, and you're from Texas?
I know armadillos. I know they carry. Is it leprosy that armadillos?
Yeah.
Really?
Have?
Yes.
That,
Is it them or
you carry
Penangolins?
leprosy.
Not Penangolins, but there's the whatevers. There's the other ones.
Pangolin, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know armadillos have some. You're not supposed to touch them because they have bad stuff you can get from them. But
Yeah.
They're giant ones that live in the prairies in Texas
yep.
that assault Lone Star trucks apparently too.
Why guys? You guys from the States too? You ever the phrase "losing my religion"? Does that mean anything to you?
Aside from like the REM song.
Yeah, aside from the REM song.
song.
No, only because I was watching. It's a long story, but like someone had said online that "losing my religion" is like a Southern way of saying like I'm about to fucking blow my top here.
I haven't heard
I've never heard that.
Eventually.
No,
I've heard other Southern, like, devil's beating his wife for when it's raining and it's sunny out.
Yeah.
Things like that that
Okay.
I know, but I've never heard losing my religion.
Now, I'll ask Will because Will's from Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he. But in any event, it's I heard that. I'm like, wow, that would really put a different spin on that song.
Right. I mean, the natural, I think, I would take it in general as someone that had faith in something, maybe not literal religion, but, like, I'm losing faith in the New York Jets this year. I'm losing my religion in the Jets. You could say something like that.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. So
I could see it if they're about to blow their top and curse and losing my religion. I'm gonna, do what I usually don't do.
like it had a kernel. Like I'm like okay, well I could see that because there's just like different regions have different aphorisms that sort of they don't necessarily make sense, but or at least not literal sense. But in any event, like Bob's your uncle, right? Like that's the British and Canadian thing.
Right.
It's like what? What the fuck does that mean?
Right.
Anyway, that's been the linguistic portion of the session. So
Of our Pathfinder session today.
yeah, exactly. It's like we found. I'll tell you guys after the stream, but the so what I had said at the end of last session is I thought because you guys are kind of hanging out with these guys that we'll let you make an impromptu use of networking during this. So if you guys can think of a way you might want to sort of talk to the black horses or approach them. You can choose to pick one person to be the lead, or you guys can have a couple people take the approach. Whatever you want. Just remember the benefit of having one person do it and other people assist is that you've only got one person rolling, and then the others can potentially add to that to their results. The upside to everyone rolling is you might get more results, but you also open yourself up with more possibilities of a fumble.
Ambrosius is awkwardly eager.
Okay.
Albrecht is going to be a lot more useful if we can convince him to do like an arm wrestling contest for information than talking to them.
Fair enough.
So
Does Albrecht have... Well, I mean, everyone's got a D4 in Persuasion, right? It's one of the 5 basic skills that everyone gets.
But
So
Albrecht has a -2 for being an outsider.
Oh,
So,
yes, he does. Right.
And I have D6 minus
D6.
1.
D6.
D6.
in persuasion.
Minus 1, though.
Okay.
So I guess Clockwork is going to be our
Clockwork's going to be our talkie.
Yeah.
don't
All right,
don't steal
okay.
anything.
Okay. So then, why don't if the other guys want to support that one, go ahead and give us a. Let me go to the actual chat
So
here.
do we have to use Persuasion or use something else?
If you can give me a good narrative explanation for what other things you might use.
Yeah, I don't know the skill would be exactly, but Kate does want to know more about her Sky Metal Blade. They didn't seem to take offense that she had one.
Yeah.
Occult. So I was thinking occult or spellcasting.
So they're very they're kind of like the Sumerians, where they're superstitious, particularly with respect to sky metal stuff. So that might not be.
But he said it was a Kellid blade, though.
It was, which is an interesting. Yeah, but
Right.
there are just because that is the cultural norm. Heroes are the ones that go beyond that, right?
Yeah.
So we've got George's character is a Kellid woman who got infected with like nanite things and now is a blood rager. So she's like Brandon's character from our Iron Gods campaign, Arlen. But because of that, she's an outcast.
Okay.
That may not be a approach. But let's see here. What else could you? I mean, there was that. Did anyone end up wearing that leather armor?
I think
you are, aren't you?
I think I did.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, if you focused it more on that on the like, let me think here. The Sky Metal stuff is not really. There's no tech. Why don't we say this? You have academics, right?
Yes, I have academics.
Yeah, yeah. So it's either that or common knowledge. I think common knowledge is more about like the just like knowing about the region and knowing about the world. Whereas academics is specifically about like the more cerebral or the more studious knowledge. What's better for you, common knowledge or academics? Are they the same?
No, academics is slightly better, but I don't know how if she would go into like a discussion of the properties of sky metal or metallurgy with these guys versus where did they find sky metal, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what you could do is if you could bring the attention to the markings on, say, like your sky metal blade, because it's not really.
Oh, okay.
It's not a. It's made of sky metal, but there's no mechanical components. If you started like trying to like as a lead-in using that arc grenade you guys found, then that would be, they would be like. But in particular, the leather armor that Ambrosius is wearing, that for sure is just something like that. That's something they would make normally.
Is it just because I wasn't here, so I didn't get the sort of description? Kate's sky metal sword, is it like actually forged? Like somebody went to torch and melted and reforged something, or is it just like a So maybe that is interesting.
Maybe academics might be the best approach then to try to how do you guys do this? We found this blade, along with that set of armor. In this troll cache, and we liberated it. Yeah.
So give us a go ahead and give us a I think it's a common knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, because this will be more about the information you're looking for.
Summer.
Want to spend a Benny, or are you?
No.
No.
I'm good.
Okay, then Clockwork. It's up to you. Let's see how you get over with these folks.
He did so
well
poorly.
I thought we were all doing it, so
so Sean
double 2-2.
Oh, so you failed then. So okay, when there is a support, guys, you have to wait until all the support people are done.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
That's okay, because I mean, then you know what the bonuses are. Otherwise, someone might not roll, and we might miss a fumble.
We gave up on persuasion. Okay, so
no.
Are people going to support me on persuasion?
Yeah, when people are supporting you, you got to wait till everyone finishes their support rolls, then you make the primary roll. So because of that, I'll let you get a free reroll because you didn't know.
All right, so is everyone supporting who's going to?
Well, they've already done that. That's what we just gone through, Mo.
All right, okay.
Yep, and they did not get a lot of traction.
I haven't
support. Albrecht's got an idea?
Well, I was gonna say that I think doing something very similar to what Kate did and try to ask about the sky metal stuff that we found, and because we were looking for a cache, right?
Yep.
If they might know. If they might know if there's if that's sort of in their territory and they can send us a guide with us or something. I don't know if that's persuasion or common knowledge, but whichever would be.
Either. I think if what you're trying to play up is sort of like to compare your existing the knowledge of the layout of the land with theirs, that's common knowledge.
Okay.
And then it'll be persuasion.
I think it's about the same either because it's a D4 or a D6 minus 2, but let's do common knowledge and see what I can get.
There we go. Come on, big money. There you go. Nice.
Well, like it.
First exploding dice. So that means Clockwork, you're going to get a +1 to your persuasion roll.
Oh. Right.
And don't put the plus, just the 1.
Yeah, just the 1. There we go. Nice. All right. So, not a. Well, I guess first off, do you want to spend a Benny to re-roll that, Mo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I will roll a Benny.
Okay.
Ah.
We'll just track it on your. It's fine if you want to track stuff at home but on your token on your character sheet. That keeps or the token on your what do you call it?
1 success.
Go. Okay. All right, so it's not the greatest. So you'll get one. The course of talking to these folks, you're going to get one bit of information. What is it that you sort of want to get from them?
I think the location of the place you were going to, wasn't it?
If they know about it.
Okay.
I guess that's the first question. We don't know if they know about it, but if they know, we'd like to know the location. Otherwise, we'd probably like to know. I don't know what else might we ask them about, like natural hazards or something. If
Yeah.
there's
Yep.
something like that in the area, are there more rampaging trolls around because we don't want to run into more of them?
Okay.
That sort of thing.
So let's do this. I'll give you two things from this because you guys did spend money to. Technically, you did spend money to get on board with them too. I'd probably give that as a bonus to the roll as well. So first thing that you can hear is that they're not aware of another ruin here, and this is coming from a woman named where's it here? Reconnaissance. This is sort of the eldest among the group that's there. She's got that like really healthy, older lady thing to him. She still rides a horse by herself and whatnot. Her hair is almost completely gray with still a little bit of streaks of black in it, but she carries herself with the confidence of a young hunter. What Reconnaissance tells you is that they haven't, their people, so you understand, they don't go near that stuff. There is prohibitions from our ancestors. They tell us to stay clear of that stuff. And those of you who have lived in Numeria for your whole life, you'd know this as well too. So that's not surprising. What you can tell you though is that they have seen there are expeditions from Scrapwall that have come out, and they seem to be interested in this place near a lake. And they call it the Dead Flats Lake because nothing lives in there, or at least nothing you would want to eat or interact with. And they did not... they sent a kind of an outrider, or their people sent an outrider out to this expedition, and they were they're not really familiar with Scrapwall. They don't really spend time there if they can help it. As a reminder, Scrapwall is the place that's effectively like the city that's a junkyard. But what they noticed is that they wore a symbol that they didn't recognize, and that symbol it looked like something like this, like a crab's claw, but made of metal. They did not ask the hobgoblins who were there, these black-skinned, pointy-eared non-humans who seemed to be running the operation. They didn't seem to be in the sharing kind of mood. They responded in the way that you would expect someone jealous of whatever they found. So they took that, and then unfortunately, they had no intention of having anything further to do. The ancestors say that those who meddle in that stuff, they'll pay for the price themselves. So they left that for the gods to sort out for them, for Gorham. And then there was the prairie fire that sort of disrupted them. So they intend to go back to their usual ranging kind of area. But because of the directions that they're going to give you, I'm going to give the survival. Well, I'll let you guys make a choice. Either the survival or the lookout will get a +2 on their next roll.
Does that description of the symbol make Ambrosius think of the Technic League at all?
Give us a common knowledge roll, please.
All right.
Yeah. Faith is more like the expression of your will, or of your belief in your God, more so than your knowledge of it. So that's why I'm making you roll that instead of the other. Come on, dice. Oh, a fumble. We're off to the races.
Whatever the opposite is.
Yeah. So you have no earthly idea. And actually, this plays into something else that an event that you guys rolled at the end of last session.
Okay.
So, and they got the black horses were able to seemingly bring a bunch of tents and stuff. So, like, you're in an actual encampment right now. There's tents up. I'm picturing that they're sort of like, it's like a halfway point between sort of like modern sort of like homeless sort of shelters that are built with a more permanent basis, and like Cree, like the Plains First Nations in in the central North America. So they got kind of like a scrappy kind of teepee type where there's a bunch of them sitting around, and there's the central fire where you guys were talking to Reconnaissance. And what let's see here. What we'll do next is Ambrosius. You are you thought, like, didn't I have something in a? There's a book that you had in your supplies. The Black Horses for the money you paid them, the 50 silver discs. They've gratefully given you another place to sleep. So you head back to the tent just to grab grab the book, and you're like, maybe if I could refresh my memory, because you're a very fastidious character, it seems that you are. You're back in your tent, and would you give me a notice check, please?
All right.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty focused on getting that book.
Yeah.
All right.
It's important. It's important, Kevin.
All right.
That book.
And as you are, coming out, let me grab one thing here. Yes. You step out, and you step out of the teepee, and what you see is a flash of light. Let me make a quick roll here. And I'd like everyone else to give us a notice check at -2, please. Alrighty. So, would you, Ambrosius, would you give us a vigor check at -2?
Okay.
Clockwork, awesome. Holy smokes, Kate. You guys are suspicious. Nice, Ambrosius. All right.
Hanging in there.
So here's what happens, guys, is Albrecht, you're maybe talking and trying to like get a clearer, layout of this. Clockwork, and because you rolled the best, followed shortly by Kate. You're sort of, I'm picturing you perched up on top of something, like maybe they've set a log down or a stone, so you're sort of hopped up so that you're at roughly the same height as everybody because you're so tiny. But you see out of the corner of your eye, as everyone is sort of having this conversation and sharing what they know, and interacting with the party, you see one person, a young man, slip off and kind of follow, and you realize that there's an empty stump where Ambrosius was sitting a moment ago. And you're like, well, that's curious. And you quickly, inconspicuously, hop down and make your way over to sort of see what's going on. And Kate, you, I think, have learned to keep an eye on Clockwork, maybe at the urging of Albrecht, because Albrecht knows him much better. And remind me afterwards, guys, Albrecht and Clockwork, because you guys are from Scrapwall, you guys are entitled to a common knowledge roll as well. You might actually know something about this. So what you, Kate, you see Clockwork sneaking away as well. What would Kate do? There's the big gathering where everyone's kind of talking. Albrecht is still, kind of leading the conversation, but it seems like slowly some members of your party are trickling off. Oh, you're muted, Carl. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
I would try to get Albrecht's attention, and then try to get Albrecht's attention, and then
sure.
motion.
Are you trying to do that in? I mean, all the focus seems to be on Albrecht at this point. Are you trying to be inconspicuous, or are you just?
Yeah, trying to not call attention.
So, why don't you do this? Give us a stealth check. I'm not sure if you're you should have at least a D4 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a D4.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So it's a little like hey. You tap on Albrecht, and what do you sort of? What's the way that you sort of gesture to say that you're talking about Clockwork?
I kind of.
Like you could maybe just like point to the stump that he was standing on before.
Yeah, I kind of motion like
Okay.
over there toward the stamp.
Yeah, so he motions over, and Albrecht, you look over, and you could have sworn Clockwork was there a moment ago. And when he's gone, it's rarely a good thing. So what does Albrecht do?
Damn it. So he sort of says, I think we'll have to continue this conversation later. Clearly something's come over one of my compadres.
So we'll cut quickly, because this is sort of all happening simultaneously. Clockwork, you sort of walk up in time to see what's about to happen to Ambrosius. And what you see is that there is this young Kelid, tribesman who is standing outside of the teepee that you guys were sleeping in. And as soon as Ambrosius steps out, he gestures and says some arcane words, and there's these sparks that fly out that play over Ambrosius. And Ambrosius, he just tried to lock you in place with something.
Okay.
So, let's do this, guys. We're going to draw cards here. Let me put a thing down for this guy. I think I'm using my same generic Kelid Tribesman token for this one, too. Where are we here? Where is it? Where is it, guys? Think hard.
We have faith in you.
That faith may be sadly displaced or misplaced. I thought this was when I added. Sorry, thinking in terms of the chronology, and when I added this one in, I've got a more generic. I forget. I can just use this. It's Kevoth Cool again. Oh my God! It's the Black Sovereign. Holy shit, guys! So this is the person who is there. All right, so let's draw some cards. No one's got quick or anything like that, right? Everyone just gets one card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go order here. Kate, you got a 6. Albrecht, Aces of Clubs, pretty good. Clockwork, a 4. And Ambrosius, an 8. And this Tribesman, a 9. So anyone want to spend bennies to get a new action card?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. Go. An 8 for you.
I think I'm going to as well.
Okay, you got it. 10 for you. That's everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so first up is Albrecht. So you've heard this sort of like zap sound, I think, from over in that direction, and I guess all you're thinking right now is, oh God, Clockwork.
Yep, so Albrecht is gonna, he sort of said his piece, and he's gonna just trust that everybody's gonna have to be okay with that, because he's gonna go find Clockwork.
Okay.
So he sort of takes off, not at like a full run, but a brisk walk
Sure.
in the direction of the noise.
Let's do this. Let's just have you make a notice check, and that'll tell us if you've sort of managed to go to the right place, or whether it's going to be that movie thing of like you're walking along looking confused, and then you hear a noise of battle, and you're like, oh, it's over there.
All right, notice check.
Easy.
There you go.
Easy peasy. So you know what I'll say is you actually walk in. I think that you're probably about 10 yards away from this dude, so you could still take an action if you like. You got to raise out of that notice check. Clockwork is right in front of you right now.
Yeah. So I'll just I'm gonna shout, Clockwork, what's going on? And because I still don't know that it was this guy who did the zap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So then next up is Kate Firemane. How you doing?
Kate's gonna follow Albrecht,
Okay.
and I mean, can she tell? She can't tell what's happened, right?
No, so you walk over, and it's the same type of thing. You sort of walk onto the scene. Ambrosius is looking a little shocked, and the Kelid guy seems a little surprised that it didn't take effect. Why don't you give us a notice check? Let's just see. I mean,
Yes, sir. Can I do spellcasting?
Yeah, let's see if you get a note, because that'll tell you whether you get a correct read on the situation, and you can take an appropriate action.
No.
Yeah, still
no
quite,
idea
like what the hell's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So then it's his turn. So he sees that you guys are here, and I think what he reaches into his belt and he tosses something down, and there's an explosion of smoke, that just thick, acrid smoke that conceals him and Ambrosius. And I think that's all he'll do. So he's got a substantial amount of concealment right now, as does Ambrosius. So then we go in reverse alphabetical order for the ties. Clockwork, you're up next. What do you see? What are you doing? You did see the attack.
Yeah, so I'm sort of about a few yards away then?
Yeah, I'd say probably about maybe like 5 to 10 at the most. Definitely within distance of you being able to move up to.
Oh, right. Well, I'll move up, and then I'll just kick him in the back of the head, as it were.
Okay, so because it's in concealment, you're running in there. You're going to have to... you're going to take a penalty to your attack.
Hang on. This is...
So...
Right. What's the penalty?
Penalty is... let's see here. -4.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Oh, yeah.
Tricky. Okay, here we go. So you try and attack, and you seem to kick at just a phantom. Ambrosius, you're up next. What are you doing?
So this guy, he zaps me, but it doesn't. But I feel the attempt to freeze me, but it doesn't work. Right?
Does not work. No. You got some numbness, maybe. So not like no mechanical penalties, but the feeling is that he tried to freeze your circuits.
And do I see anything else before the smoke hits? Do I see any of my comrades?
Yes.
Before this, I do.
Yeah. He dropped the smoke in response to your allies coming up. You definitely heard Albrecht's big booming. What's going on here, Clockwork?
So I think Ambrosius's impulse is to run towards the, or at least use his movement towards the camp.
Okay.
To run in that direction.
Okay.
And he's going to try to cast. I think his other impulse is to cast protection on himself.
Absolutely, yeah. So you easily run out of the smoke, and as you do so, you cast your invocation to Bry. Go ahead.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Not quite a raise, but still pretty good.
Yep.
All right. So you got plus 2 points of armor now.
And he's mumbling something about the hospitality of the young Kellids has become wanting.
Okay. All right. So that that goes off. Then that's the end of our first round, guys. Let's get new cards here. All right. 10. 3 for Albrecht. Jack for Clockwork. 9 for Ambrosius, and 3 for him. I will definitely spend one of my bennies to redraw. Queen, there we go. Anyone spending bennies to get new action cards?
Nope.
No, I don't think
Nada?
so.
Okay, going. All right, so you can hear there is some words being spoken in there. Kate, why don't you give us just a smarts check, please? Or a cult, whatever's better. Let's see here. Okay. Whatever is being cast in there, whatever's being spoken, it is arcane magic. So there's words that are spoken, and yeah, and there's a sort of there's still the billowing cloud of black, acrid smoke. Next up is Clockwork. What are you doing? So you're still in this smoke.
But I can see the... Well, no, I've got some improved vision. I'm like, yeah.
Improved vision does not do anything against smoke.
So
What are you doing?
I can't really see anything.
You tried to kick him last turn, but it seems like you missed him.
Well, I've still got a target. The smoke's not completely blinding me. He hasn't thrown like a...
Well, you seem to have judged the target wrong based on your roll last time, so what are you thinking?
I think I'll try again after refocusing and see if I can hit him this time.
Sure. So this is now a -8 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Something has changed. Okay, so yeah, you're and kicking, and the I think you guys can see this little rat sort of like pogoing up and kicking out, but doesn't seem to connect with anything. Little wisps of smoke are going out as he's doing this. Kate, you're up next. What are you doing?
Where did Ambrosius go?
He just came running out towards you.
Mumbling excitedly.
Yeah, and then you see this that aura sort of goes around him.
There's an aura that goes around him too.
Well, he has a it's his armor spell.
Oh, okay.
You've seen him, the invocation of protection.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing because I don't see anything in there, and
Sure.
I'll just get ready. And
You know, when one magic user casts protection, probably other magic users take that as like,
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah, I don't see anything, and I can't see anything through the smoke, so
Right.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'll cast protection as well.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
That goes
you
up
are
to plus
ready.
4. Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, this flaming aura sort of goes around you for a brief second and then settles down into an orangish glow. Ambrosius, what are you doing?
So let's see. So I think so he goes running out and then he successfully casts his protection and now he's got a little better orientation. I think he's out of the smoke and he's away. He's managed to escape the immediate threat, at least a little bit of proximity. So now seeing his comrades are around, he whips around and so what does he? So he sees the smoke obviously still, right?
Yeah. And you can see the sort of concealed form of Clockwork jumping up and doing his crazy rat kung fu, but you can't see any other form in there right now.
Let's see here. I can't see him. Is there a possibility of holding my action?
Yeah, you can. Yep. What do you hold? It's if X and Y.
I'm going to see if I can if I see the bad guy, I am going to try to put a stone upside his noggin.
Okay, so you're getting your sling out?
I'm getting my sling out.
Yep, that works for me. And then last, but certainly not least, is Albrecht.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a smarts roll to decide who I'm going to hold my action for. Because I did see the guy toss down the smoke grenade, but I also saw Clockwork run in after him and try to smack him. And I have been pretty distrustful of Clockwork.
Yep.
Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in like a wrestler's stance, and I'm gonna hold my action for if Clockwork comes near me, I'm gonna try to grab him and grapple him and hold him in place.
That sounds good.
Because I think that this guy is responding to Clockwork, not that he has done.
Yep.
Done.
Oh,
his thing.
that's
Yeah.
okay. You for sure get a Benny for that. That's great. So what I was doing while you were looking that up, or talking about your action too, is looking to see what the phrasing for hold is, because as soon as I said, I'm like, I think it's more permissive in this game than it is in other games we run. A hold, basically what it means is you count as being on hold. You sort of like keep your card. If we were playing in person, you keep your card, put a counter or something on it, and then when it comes up and you want to interrupt someone's action, you just make a contested athletics check. If you're successful, you act before they do. It's as easy as that. So
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm waiting. If Clockwork comes by me, I'm gonna try to grab him and
yeah.
grapple him so that he doesn't run off again.
Awesome. Okay, so basically we can drop out of this now, because what you guys find is as the as the wind from, because I mean this is right in the middle of the unbroken Numerian plains. What you see is that the wind dissipates this stuff, and you eventually find he stops jumping and kicking at the air for a while, and it's this sort of cool moment where the smoke dissipates, and you can see that Clockwork is like keeping an eye out. Ambrosius's attacker appears to have vanished.
Ambrosius, are you okay?
I think
I
so.
saw him zap you.
Yeah, he tried to hit me with something, but I don't think it was effective. I don't see him now.
Albert's coming up. You saying someone zapped you, Ambrosius?
Yes, it was a young Kelid. He came up behind me and and seem to have some pursuits on me.
The thing that was dropped to the ground, it wasn't actually destroyed. It seems to have deployed a payload, and then there is the canister remaining.
Oh, look at this. Some of his remains, some residue of his arcane actions.
Ambrosius, you can give us the lower of, or actually, Kate, you've got both academics and research now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the two of you guys, who wants to make the main roll, who wants to make the support roll to try and figure out what this is?
Let's see, my academics is 4 and my repair is 6.
So you'd be rolling a d4.
Okay. How about you?
We're both rolling a d4 then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll support
I
you.
got academics 8 and repair 4. So.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'll support you, Kate.
Okay, so go give us a...
Go ahead, Sean. Roll.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Okay.
plus 1 to your roll, Kate.
All right.
Look at that, Kate, on the side.
Yeah. What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Rub my chin. No, I have
Oh,
no idea. I mean something bad.
Turns out it had another payload.
Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! It's evil!
Look out, Kate! No!
Oh, shit. So, yeah, that was... I think it deploys with a little bit of... Like, there's a little bit of a explosive charge
What if you
that
press
would have
that
been left
button?
over. You're not hurt or anything by it, but what it does is it destroys any evidence that may have remained in this thing. Oh,
Oh, I
shit.
could have maybe fixed that. Are there any signs of his tracks when he ran away?
Everyone can get a Benny as well, too, for that encounter. You've got survival, right? Yeah, give us a survival check. Let me make a...
So Clockwork starts looking for tracks. Albert comes over and is standing like right over him, like make sure, and sort of whispers, "Don't run off again."
So there is a trail. Clockwork, he's sort of like skittering around on all fours, you know, kind of looking over here and looking over here. There is a trail that's leading away, and it seems to lead...
I remind Albert, Ambrosius did say he was attacked.
I know, but you never know with this one.
Clockwork's going to turn and say, "Well, Albert, you're a fam now. We trust each other, right?"
We trust each other the way that brothers trust each other. Clockwork.
Oh, well, Clockwork totally misunderstands that and thinks it's all right.
Yeah,
She's based on the-
Albert, of course, because he's half orc. All of his brothers would be half brothers, right? So his thought is that means that you're related, but you don't necessarily like anybody that you're related to.
Yeah, so Clockwork thinks that this is the Yoski, if I'm pronouncing it correctly again.
Yosaki.
Sense of family. Yosaki.
Yeah.
Is the sense of family. So he might nick from strangers, but he wouldn't betray the very strong familial bonds. Assuming this is the normal Yoski thing. So he thinks, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Right, and he'll say, well, look, there's tracks. Let's catch him.
So the tracks are actually leading off in a western direction. So it would be in the opposite direction from where you guys are intending on traveling.
Do we chase after him, or just we keep going?
Well,
Now-
let's at least see if he went and got a horse or something. He's going to be a lot harder to find if he went to the stables and ran off.
Yeah, and
Racing.
that is precisely the direction that he seems to have gone. And studying the horizon, whatever arcane power that he used to disappear, whatever spell that was cast, because Kate is certain he used arcane magic. He may have been able to do that on the horse as well, too.
Yeah.
But let's do this, actually, guys. Someone to go ahead, since it was your idea, Albrecht, give us a notice check. I'll give you I'll give you a +1 because I got an idea.
Notice at +1.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
There you go.
So there is like in the direction that Clockwork sort of identified off to the west. There is a trail of dust. Like he may be able to make himself and maybe even his horse invisible, but you can't. The trail of dust that's going to be kicked up by that horse going full tilt is not going to be able to be concealed. So
Yeah. Well, we don't have horses.
no.
No, we don't have horses, so it would be a matter of...
Let's be actually, because you guys are at the sort of pen they have. Let's be correct in the terminology. You guys do not own horses.
We do not own horses.
Right.
We could ask around here and see if anybody knows who that might have been. I don't know how tight the kind of clan structure is for the Kelids, but
we could say horse thief and point in that direction the best.
Sure.
Well, he might have owned his horse. But,
I don't know. They don't know. Why would an invisible guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you find is, like when they get the news, they will send some braves out to sort of go after him, to try and grab him. Not braves, but some warriors, I guess, or hunters. They'll try to go out and try and get him. I don't think they're going to be. Why don't you give us a 2D, give us a 1d6 and a 1d8 roll, please, for them. That's how you model. Nice, exploding. Go ahead and roll again. So 10. All right, so they're going to be off. They're actually getting. There's a bit of a chase going on with them. So they go racing off because they don't. Someone who's abusing guests of the of the Kelids. This is sort of the bond of salt kind of thing, or that you're guests of these people to have them. In particular because you paid as well. What you find though is that this is someone who they didn't know. It was a Kelid from another tribe who happened to be visiting at the time that this happened. It was just a coincidence. His name was Ocean. At least that's the name he gave them. Now, Ambrosius, would you give us a common knowledge check? And actually, Clockwork and Albrecht, you can give us common knowledge checks too, because I forgot to do that before. All right, so you may have already put this together, Sean, but and I think what the one tells us is this is sort of like a chilling, reminder for you. The combination of high technology, secretive, infiltration type actions, and arcane magic speaks to one sourced in your mind.
Yes. Technics.
Technically.
Yeah. So, Clockwork. Here's something you remember. It's been a while since you guys have left Scrapwall, right? But one of the rival gangs that seems to be to have been taking prominence over there, that marking that they were describing, that mechanical or metal claw, there was a group that called themselves the Hellions. And the way that they talked is as if they were worshipping some like demon or something, and this is not uncommon in here, is like to try and make yourself sound tougher. It's sort of like teenagers who want to rebel, who join the Church of Satan kind of stuff. Is like, I throw metal now. Like, yeah, you're super fucking tough, Justin.
They all have electric eyes on the Hellions.
Yeah, exactly. What this is, so like, it's not unusual for a gang to associate itself with something like that, but it's been like the last couple of years that they've sort of been an ascending part of the scrap wall sort of apparatus, and that is absolutely the mark that they used. So Ambrosius, with the
you've seen that before, Kate?
No, I haven't. Not me. The other guys.
So I think
yes,
the Hellions. So you would remember that, Clockwork, now, having taken some time to think of it. Ambrosius, how is this development with the Technic League? How does that sit with you?
Poorly. So Ambrosius is shaken up. I mean, he was the target of an ambush that he didn't know of from the Technic League. So that's kind of worst case scenario. I mean, obviously it was unsuccessful, but so Ambrosius is shaken up, and he's looking around, kind of darting glances in the darkness.
Yeah.
He says, "We have to be very cautious now. Very cautious indeed." He says, "They're coming after me."
So the rest of you would know that the Technic League in general does have, they are they and their henchmen and their giant robot, minions, they happily show up and strip people of their high technology and things like that. They are sort of like the kind of like the secret police or enforcement arm of the Black Sovereign. And again, some rumors say that they're actually the ones who are behind the Black Sovereign at this point. It's not unusual for them to, take an interest in individuals, but it would be weird for a spy undercover to blow his cover just for one android. Mm-hmm. To give you context to sort of like how unusual this event would be.
I have come to their attention.
Did you annoy them in some way, or
I don't.
Did you
think
have something they want?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do they abduct androids?
I mean, they can, but
parts, you mean?
Like if a whole host, like some techno sorcerers and some shock troopers and some, they have these things called gearsmen that are commonly used as shock troops, as well as more powerful robots. Do I have the gearsmen here? Let's see here. Yeah, here we go. I think this fucked up and it converted it to a character sheet, so I'll have to see the picture here, guys. Here we go. But that's what the gearsmen look like. And so you can picture
decidedly Atlantean.
Yeah, most assuredly. What you can see is like these things with like a small like deployment of or phalanx of these things show up in town, and they'll shake down for whatever Numerian technology is there. They may take androids, but it's not as a course of action, and it's really weird that an undercover one who had already successfully infiltrated a Kelid tribe would reveal himself.
Cover, right?
Yeah, like that's a big thing. So something.
It's clearly my proselytizing for Bry. It's come to their attention.
Mm-hmm. And Ambrosius, so out of character, like Sean, does Ambrosius actually know that what he's done, or does he have no idea why he's being hunted?
I don't think he has any idea. I mean, at least at the moment, he's shaken. Like he's, maybe in the morning when he's calmed down, but at the moment, he's just certain there's more out there.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys make? So I guess, does that...
Ambrosius, I don't...
Go ahead, Sean. No, Arlen, go ahead.
Yeah. Ambrosius, I don't think anything else is likely to happen soon. It seems unlikely that they would have two spies in the area. But don't worry, we're going to figure out... I don't know. Maybe we can ask the chief of the Black Horses to put an extra guard on watch around our tent or something like that.
Well, today they're heading on today. As I'm, they're expecting you guys. Yeah.
Oh, so we're going. Okay, well then, I guess
yeah.
if we're going back out into the wilderness, we don't need to be worried about in case there are any more. Ambrosius, don't worry. We're going back out into the wilderness. Anybody that we run into, we'll just smack them with the mace.
Well, from your lips to Bry's ear, but I'm going to stick close.
So one thing that, because of this sort of betrayal or this mishap, what Rogue Krana, and I'll put her name in the thing so you guys... Oh, and I'll give you a handout for notes as well, too. If you guys want to have a party notes thing. Let's see here. Let's see.
Is it did they headed out in the morning, Kevin? So we all
your conversation would have. This is sort of the networking would have been a combination of you guys talking last night and you guys talking this morning, kind of stuff.
So we get our PowerPoints back.
Yes, your PowerPoints would be at full, and you're going to take another. If you guys want, you could take another hour to rest before you head out. And you could recover your PowerPoints as well.
So with the night's sleep, would Ambrosius have any idea what triggered this? Now that he's settled, I'm not forgetting anything, am I, Kevin? Would I know? Would Sean know, or would Ambrosius know? Any ideas?
Sorry, say again.
Well, like now that he's had a night's sleep and calmed down a little bit, would he have any idea why he'd been singled out like this?
It's still a mystery to you.
Okay.
I think that there may have been in your travels before you came to Torch, before you settled down, before you took up the faith of Bry even, there may have been something that happened that injured you or damaged you, if you don't remember.
Right.
Or, I mean, androids can consciously purge memory as well, too. Mm-hmm. So you may have done that intentionally at some point. I think that your age, what did we say your age was? Was it 40?
26 I have written down.
Yeah, so, like, you know, you may have... 25, it's 26 years is how long you have been...
conscious.
Yeah, conscious in this form. Who knows what, you know, what happened before or what caused you. Normally, it's when they reach about 100 years old is when they purge their memories and then become something, you know, a new person. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay. And it may have been that you were elsewhere in Numeria before you came to Torch, too. You may have been somewhere to the north, maybe, and then found out about this and were like, fuck, they really seem to want me. And then, you know, made your way south. And that's how Torch is a good place to hide out. You know, it's in the middle of nowhere. It's relatively low-key. It rarely gets technically visits. And you could have fallen in with, what's his name? Not Brother Joseph. It's our guy's name here. The priest of Bry. His name is...
Joram Kite?
Joram Kite, yes. Sorry, for some reason my thing just went back to the welcome screen. I must have hit something.
It's the Technique League, technically.
Yeah, Technic League, exactly. Damn you, Technic League.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what is going on here? Come on. All right, I'm going to hit refresh to get all your camera. Oh, no, all the cameras are coming back. There we go. Nice. All right, so guys, what are you thinking for your day then? Are we going to travel, or are you going to head out or try and get more info? The black horses are going up. Oh, and the reason I wanted to give you the name of Rogue Krana, by the way, is because she has... she is going to say that when you need a favor from the black horses, you call it in.
So we got a chit.
They will,
black horses.
Yes, they will offer you. So because of the, you were to be safe here. You were. The intent was that you would be welcome and safe in as a guest of the tribe. And we betrayed that because we did not keep ourselves safe. We did not ensure that. So because of that, Rogue Krana, share her name, and the Black Horses will give you a favor. Mm-hmm. So, with that...
Ambrosius will express his gratitude.
Yep. How do we contact you? Just
she has a bit of a wry grin, and she says, "My name is known. If you use my name, they will know that the bond and the favor is true." You could, in theory, call this in now if you'd like, if there's something that you guys did want from them. But having a favor from the Black Horses in the background, in your back pocket, isn't a bad thing either.
Where are they headed again? They're headed to.
They're going to be heading back to They're going to be heading to a southeasterly direction.
Yeah.
And what? Just to reorient me.
Let's go back to the map here. Hold on. Let me grab their tokens here with your current bennies. And Arlen, you'd be so proud of me. I actually named the actual maps this time because we have two different stories going on. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of you guys here. Now, one thing I did notice about this map is that some of the things are a little. They look like they're a little off, and I'm intending on actually drawing a map of this week for the gaming marathon. So we'll see. So you guys actually camp right along First Blade Scratch, and where you will be heading is straight over in this direction.
Because we're going around it, right?
Yeah,
we're trying to. Yeah. And so our impression is the ruins are obviously north, and they're so we have to go around it.
Yeah, let me do one quick thing here.
And the Kellids are going the opposite direction, southeast at least.
Yes.
Well, I
Yeah,
believe
so
the
we wanna
attacker
go-
did go off to the west, so he might be going in a similar direction to us.
Oh, did I leave my... Shoot. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here.
He's going opposite. He's going
No,
west.
we're going east, I think, towards the
Sorry.
Sullen River, and he's going west towards eventually
Silver Valley.
around and probably back to Starfall. Right, is what we think if he's technically.
Typical dyslexic, I got my left and right mixed.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time too. No worries. But we think this ruin is on the other side of the first blade scratch.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going all the way.
Oh, no,
around.
sorry. It's down here. You think the rune is... The Dead Flats Lake is around here.
Around here. All right. Well, that's not too bad. So yeah, we could take a couple. We could just march there and see what we find, and
Yeah.
if we can negotiate salvage rights with or if we have to beat up some Hellions, whatever it is. But I think we press on,
Yeah.
guys. Right?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Keep your eyes open, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. So, I think... Do I have it now? Hey, look at that, guys. Yeah, you can correctly
Nice.
you can use your measures to get a sense of how big the map is, too. It's not far you're traveling.
Yeah. Couple days.
2 or 3 days, yeah.
All right. So, let's see here. We are... let me bring your task, because you're already 15 out of 20 for finding the ruin.
Ooh.
So you guys are definitely getting along there. Let's start off with the journey stuff. So Clockwork actually has points in survival now. So it looks like Clockwork will be your navigator, and you're going to get. Do you guys want the +2 to the navigator or +2 to the lookout?
I think navigator because we've
Navigator.
got. Yeah, Clockwork's only got a D4, and I've got a D6 for notice. And I
Okay.
think somebody else does too.
So the lookout will be rolling notice, and
Yep.
the scout will be rolling stealth.
Does anybody other than Clockwork have better than a D4 in stealth?
Negative.
No.
No.
All right.
So the consequence of failing the scout thing is not terrible, and the scout one is optional. You don't need to have someone do the scouting. The benefit of scouting is that you're forewarned. This is where you, over the raise of it, is you draw the 2 cards for the action. You pick which one happens. If you fail, so if you fail, I draw 2 cards and I choose which one. Critical fumble is critical for a fumble is even worse. So you don't need to have someone do that, but the benefit is that you could get some forewarning.
Well, we've got like Ambrosius could do it. You've got only a D4, but you got a lot of bennies available to
True.
do stuff. So I could be lookout. Ambrosius could be the scout, and Clockwork's going to be the navigator.
Sounds good.
And
So
then Kate, what do you want to do?
I can try to aid with either stealth or notice. I have a D4 in both, so I'll just try to aid if that's possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So then let's do this first. So first up is the navigator always goes first. So Clockwork, give us a survival check at +2. Please. Nice. So you're going to make your progress, but you didn't get a raise, so you're not getting a +1 to the other rolls. Did you want to spend a Benny to re-roll that, Mo, or is that a satisfying
Yeah, I think
result?
I will, actually.
Okay.
We're coming up to break time.
Yeah. Come on, big money.
So, +2.
There we go.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That was a
Nice.
penny well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. All right, so that means both Ambrosius and Albrecht are already getting a +1 to their rolls. Who wants to roll next, the lookout or the scout?
Well, I guess it depends. Kate, who do you want to help with?
Our scout has what?
That's,
D6 or
that's me, right? D4?
So I'll
and
help with the scouting.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and give us a D or a stealth check, please.
Stealth.
Okay. See here.
Clank, clank, clank. Oh, nope.
No, not quite good enough. You want to spend a
Not
Benny?
a fumble, though.
Nope. You know,
Yeah, I'll spend a Benny.
Okay, go ahead. So please remember, guys, to adjust your the amount of bennies on your character token.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Kate. So good effort, at least, but doesn't hinder Ambrosius's check. Ambrosius, go ahead and make a stealth check at +1.
All right.
Come on, big money. Let's see. Oh, there you go. So
There we go.
I got to draw 2, and you pick which one. And then
Nice.
Alberic, go ahead and give us a notice check, +1.
Notice at +1. Yeah.
Not
There
bad.
you go.
I'll spend a penny to re-roll. Are you good with that?
What's the bonus for a raise on lookout?
Bonus on a raise on a lookout is you cannot be ambushed, which means I
Ooh.
only have to roll to see if they spot you.
Ooh, that might be good in case we do run into something.
Everyone did, Mo.
Yeah, we all started.
Everyone
Ambrosius had 4 because he's lucky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we just earned a lot. I'm gonna spend a biddy and re-roll notice to try
Nice.
to make sure we don't get ambushed.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So this critical failure.
Sorry, guys.
Oh
No
my
effort.
gosh. All right. So what happens is I need everyone to make an agility check, please. Sorry. And this because of the
strength?
fumble, agility check at -2.
Okay, agility at -2.
Okay, you didn't have them. Okay, so Ambrosius got a fail. Clockwork, success. Nice. Kate, success. Nice.
Yay.
Now, do you want to spend a penny to re-roll that, Alberic?
No, I got it. I got a 4.
Oh, did that
the
include your
-2.
-2? Which one didn't
Yeah.
include?
Mine,
It was,
mine.
it
Oh,
was
Ambrosius
Sean's.
did. Sorry about
Sean's
that. Okay.
didn't anyway.
Yeah. So the rest of you guys, what Albrecht says is, let's just keep on the edge of the of First Blade Scratch. We'll keep going along here, and we'll keep ourselves safe. Unfortunately, Ambrosius, you get a little too close to the edge at one point, and part of it gives way. You fall, and you suffer 1 wound as a result.
Okay.
Everyone else, as this gives way, you all scramble for safety, but Ambrosius is picked. It's only a 1 wound, and you're not like dead or anything, but it's a hard hit as you hit the bottom.
How far? And I'm at the bottom. How far down is it?
Probably about 20. You're not all the way down. If you fell all the way down, it's 200 feet down. You would have been,
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crunch.
Let's hear about your next character. This one, fortunately, it's just an injury. They'll be able to fish you out, but let's see what encounters are happening first. So, because of the raise, you guys get to pick the best of these 2 here. So there's nothing or nothing. What do you guys want?
I'm gonna go for the hearts. Nothing.
Yeah, okay. So there's a big fat nothing that is happening for this first hour of travel. Or first 4 hours of travel.
Enough time to fish me out.
Yeah. So this happens. Ambrosius, you suffer your wound. What are you guys going to do?
Can I
think we
peer
just
down?
get-
Is there any sort of stuff down in the cave that we almost fell in?
Not a cave. He fell down part of the slope that leads down into the First Blade Scratch.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Yeah, remember the First Blade
Okay.
Scratch is this whole thing here is
Oh, right,
a
It's like a
200-mile
giant
long canyon.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we have some rope in our adventurers kits, right? So we can get him out.
Fish
Yeah.
me out.
Yeah.
Between 3 of us, we should.
Well, I
probably
assume
be
he's
able to
just
haul
holding
him.
on the edge or something, and we can just grab
So
on.
it's the fact that because he did hit the ground because he did suffer a wound as a result of this.
Oh.
So what that means is
He's
that
stuck on a ledge, maybe.
Sorry, he fell on a ledge, yeah. So Ambrosius would be taking a -1. I normally wouldn't make this a big, it wouldn't make you roll for it, but because you're injured, you're either going to have to do something about that injury and then try and get yourself out, or you're going to have to make a athletics check with that -1 penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I think so we'll be, I'll look up and they're all looking down at me, and we're chat about it, and I think Ambrosius is going to try to heal himself.
Okay.
Well, I'll get some rope out of the pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
we're
throw
getting
down for
rope
when he's
out,
fixed.
and we can probably help haul from the top.
Yeah.
At least some.
I mean, I imagine Albrecht might be the good man to be the anchor on the rope.
So Ambrosius, while they're doing that, is muttering,
that's
prayers to Bry, and
Yeah.
has his holy symbol out, and is
Remember to mark your wound as well too, because that will be a penalty for your spellcasting.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I got that. Yep.
And then go ahead and make your Let's see if your prayers are answered.
All
It's
right.
two bits of misfortune in
Oh.
one day.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Wow.
All right. So you
Your head
also
explodes.
Seriously.
Something has gone very wrong here. I think that you suffer any persisting spells are ended, and you get a point of fatigue. As well,
he's been through a lot. I mean, the Technique League tried to Technic League tried to ambush him.
Well, and you know
He's
what?
fallen-
To make it not it's not in common. I think maybe this is a lingering effect of that the thing that the Technic League did to you. Maybe there's just something that's off right now, and that lingering the lingering effect of their techno magic just caused you to sort of short circuit.
Yeah, he's Bry is not smiling on him right now, and he's shaken up. I mean,
Yeah.
he's tired, shaken up.
So you guys can see that Ambrosius tries to gets up and he tries to do the exact same thing you've seen him do before, and like sparks fly out of his eyes, and he slams against the wall and kind of stumbles down to one knee. This fall may have done more damage than you thought.
shit, guys. All right, let's get the rope ready and let's haul him out because we're gonna be in trouble if we stick around here too long, and we need to figure out what's up with Ambrosius.
Yeah. So what you could do is, if someone wants to try and scramble down there, if you're using a rope, just give us an athletics check at +2.
Mm-hmm.
Because then what I'm thinking is,
let's send Clockwork down to help attach him.
Yeah,
and-
if I go down, I'll help, and then you can help pull us both up because I'm pretty good at athletics. So athletics at
+2.
or-
+2, please.
And +2.
Easy. All right. So Clockwork is just like choo, down the side and gets to you, Ambrosius. You're definitely injured. Like you can feel that there's something is not quite right in your side from when you fell, and you've also got just a splitting headache from the discharge from your magic. No,
I've got a healing potion. Can I just feed it to him?
of course. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll just
Yep. So your
Hand it to him,
wound
and then
is
try this.
gone.
Okay.
Okay.
He's still fatigued, right?
Still 1 point of fatigue, right?
Still 1 point of fatigue. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Clockwork! It is truly good to see you, my man, my rat.
right, and I'll start wrapping the rope around him so we can try and like.
Absolutely. So between Albrecht and Kate at the top with your increased strength, I don't think there's an issue of you dragging him up. So we'll see. I'm not going to even bother to make you make a roll again, because between the help and whatnot, I'm not just fishing for fumbles here. You guys pull Ambrosius up, and so Ambrosius, you're still a little winded, but you're still able to go. To get rid of this kind of fatigue would require an hour of total rest. So you guys still have 4 more hours of travel before you. But actually, hold on. Before we do this, this was all sort of what was happening in the background. Let's now see how far you're going to progress in your task with these 4 hours. Because you may find yourself at that lake. All right, so King... Remember, clubs will be causing complications in addition to this. So, let's see here. Does anybody want to spend a Benny to get a new action card for this part of the dramatic task?
I think Ambrosius going last is fitting, so I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Clockwork, do you want to try to avoid that?
That would leave. Yeah, I will. It might come and bite me because I'm out. But yes, I'll have a new card.
You'll be getting a new Benny as soon as we get back from break, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit metagaming, I know.
All right. No, but that's not making use of a narrative meta, like a narrative meta currency is that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So then you avoided complications. So, Kate. All right. So guys, this is going to be just like last time. Everyone picks a skill. We're making a check, and then it'll help your progress towards your goal. What do we think?
Man, we've only got a flush. All those spades.
Yeah. So, Kate, what are you thinking? You're up first here.
Let's see. Well, based on our, I guess probably common knowledge is the most logical. Like based on what the Black Horse has told us, and
Yep.
helped to, helped us to maybe make more sense of
Sure.
our directions.
Yep. And does anyone want to support that, or is everyone else got a different skill in mind that they're going to use?
I mean, I think Ambrosius is being shaken up. He's going to fall back to a supporting role.
Okay. So why don't Ambrosius give us a common knowledge roll? If you got your fatigue marked on your sheet, it'll take that into account.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, really, that extra potion was money well spent. Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Kate, you're getting a +2 to your common knowledge roll. Go ahead.
Okay. 5.
5's not bad. That's one more.
Yep.
One more onto that. All right. And then next will be Clockwork. What are you thinking?
I was thinking stealth.
How does
to
stealth
maybe-
help get you towards that goal?
Maybe I found a hidden shortcut.
That would be noticing a
do
shortcut,
notice.
not stealthing.
All right.
Yeah. What?
So I have to use a different skill. I can do notice, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used common knowledge.
Albrecht,
Right.
do you want to? Is that different from the skill you had in mind?
Yeah, that's fine. Notice for Clockwork is
So
good.
Clockwork, go ahead and give us a notice check.
Straight.
Yeah, just fine. Okay. Fortunately, that's not helping you along here. You could spend it. Oh, you got no bennies right now. Okay. All right, then it is Albrecht. What are you thinking? We're doing the tried and true, helping everyone out.
The tried and true helping everyone out is a good thing to do.
Especially since Ambrosius is.
Yeah,
maybe-
carrying. Why don't I just? Yeah, I'll carry Ambrosia's pack and have that be my thing. Since that's sort of what I do normally, and I'll just carry his shit so that he's not so winded.
Mm-hmm. Well, and in the afternoon you'll have to use a different skill anyway.
Yeah, so I might as well go
absolutely.
ahead and do it.
Okay, so you're sort of helping.
Athletics.
Go ahead.
And look.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Very nice, guys.
Just marching along at the front, 2 packs on my back, no worries at all.
You're almost there. You're almost there. So then, for this afternoon, will you guys be pushing on, or will you guys taking a rest and then trying to push an extra hour at the end of the day?
I'm taking a rest so Ambrosius can maybe recover some.
Rest and a lunch break, and then just go on a bit longer in the evening, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
So because of your great lookout roll, I will also roll. Was it lookout or is it scout? Scout.
It was Scout that was the lookout was
because
the
of the scouting, because Clockwork is sort of like lurking on the edges here. Because you're remaining stationary, I'm going to draw for an encounter, but I'll do the same thing. I'll draw 2 and take you guys to pick which one. So we got hearts would be friendly strangers. Okay, I fucked up here. Go. What is going on here?
2 diamonds.
Yeah, 2. So, do you guys want nothing, or do you want friendly or potentially friendly strangers?
Yeah.
I think friendly strangers would be good.
Friendly strangers
But that's
would be-
probably that might give us some boost trying to find where we're going if they know because they're in the area. Yeah.
Excellent. So then, you guys take. So Ambrosius can recover his fatigue back, and when we get back from our break, we will talk about who you find.
Nice.
I'm going to hit a quick refresh on my end too, because I've got an artifact in my card here that is driving me bonkers. So for those listening at home, forgive me for having to see that loading screen yet again. But there you go. Let's clear that up. All right, guys. So then we'll take a 5-minute break, folks, and we will be back. We'll check in with chat, and we will carry on and see who this stranger is.
Cool.
I was going to get the camera set up once again properly. Whoop. There we go. All right. All right, so we're back momentarily. All right. Sorry about that. Somebody did not want to come inside from the sun. All right. So you're Crumb, what's going on? Hello, hello. And Brian, welcome. All right. So. Oh, restart. You got it. Yeah. No problem. And I'm gonna a quick roll here. Hope the weekend is treating everybody really well. Okay. And okay, while we're waiting for Carl to get back in, I think I can quickly load an image I need. All right. Nope, and Carl is back. Perfecto. Okay, let's see. Actually, no, I don't need this. I can load it between now and next time. All right, so guys, what you see? I think this is finding as you guys are sort of relaxing and by the first blade scratch. Clockwork, you're the one to spot this. And I think he probably spots you as well. There's a gentleman who is who is sort of riding across the path of the first blade scratch along the edge of it, and you see him riding up. He's got a big wide brim hat. He's got a kind of like a poncho type thing on, but you can see the glint. Actually, give us a notice check there, Clockwork. See what else you can pick up about this guy. Okay, so you can see he's got longer hair that pokes out from underneath it. That's blowing a bit in the Numerian wind. Dark hair, so maybe he's Kelid or Kelid blooded. But the glint of armor underneath him, a kind of black with white accent armor underneath, is distinctly not something that is common in Golarion. What you see as he also rides up is that on his hip is a fairly advanced-looking holster of some kind with some kind of strange, like a Numerian Skytech weapon. So he comes riding up, and the hat's kind of shadowing his face, and he says, "Well, howdy there, partner. You're pretty far from Scrapwall."
Oh, well, we're out adventuring.
There's a we involved. Sorry,
I thought he'd come on the path. Oh, I'm ahead, am I? Oh.
No, you are. Remember, your character is the lookout, right? Or the scout? So you would have been sort of reconnoitering while everyone else is resting. You're keeping an eye out, and I think you come across this guy.
I was the navigator.
Oh yeah, you were the navigator. Who was the lookout? Was it Ambrosius?
I was the lookout, and I failed.
Oh, yeah, and who's the scout?
And the scout was Ambrosius.
He's resting.
No, I was
resting.
I was supporting.
Yeah, so Kate. Okay, so this is this is Kate.
Oh,
so yeah, so Kate, you see
Kate.
this person come riding up. Sorry, guys. And yeah, so she says, he says, "Well, howdy there, little lady. You're pretty far from the Five Mountains."
Little lady, a raised eyebrow.
And let's give us where is it here? Let's look it up on the thing here. One sec, guys. I want to see what this guy's reaction to you is going to be like. Here we go, 33. Way ahead of where I thought I was looking. Carl, would you give me 2d6 roll, please?
Hates dwarves.
Awesome.
Hates women.
Yeah, exactly. No, he puts both hands up, from his horse. He's got the reins in one hand and the other. And he says, "Whoa, sorry, forgive me. Turn of phrase. That's all. No offense meant."
None taken today. She says.
That's good. What you doing out here on your own?
Oh, I'm not on my own. My companions and I were traveling towards the ruin near the dead lake, right? The dead lake?
Yeah.
And we just taking a lunch break. You're welcome to join us.
Well, that's and he puts the hat back a little bit, and you can see he's got like that roguish charm. He smiles, says, "I don't mind if I do, little lady." Gets off the horse, and you guys can see that you're all sitting around. Ambrosius, you're just sort of trying to, I don't know, like, what are you trying to catch your breath, or is this causing some kind of further consternation? The reaction you had to your prayer.
I think he's rubbing his temples and praying to Bry.
Yep.
Falling back on his core, his core tenets, and rubbing his ankle. That the potion fixed, but he's still kind of mentally feeling, trying to test it. Is it, can it hold his weight and that kind of thing?
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are sitting there when you spot Kate coming back with a man wearing a long duster with some kind of Numerian armor under it, and leading a horse. It looks to be a Khalid horse from the markings on it. And he walks up and he says, "Well, howdy, y'all."
Oh, greetings. Ambrosius is happy for the distraction.
Yeah. He says, "Do you mind if I take a seat with you?"
Of course.
Now we're just admiring the view. Point out to, I guess we're still near that pass, right?
Oh yeah. You can see this thing, and then there's the chasm
the Grand
goes across.
Canyon, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a mile wide too, so like it is quite a big thing. He says, "Oh, quite a view myself. It's one of my favorite paths to follow, as it were. Forgive my rudeness. My name is Slain. That's it with an E."
Greetings and well met. I'm Alberic, and this is Clockwork. Our friend here is Ambrosius, and I see you've already met Kate.
So tell me, little man, what brings you out to these parts?
Oh, just ambling my way. Had some business in Scrapwall. If and the way he taps his pistol at his hip tells you that it was the business may have been of the personal kind.
Yep.
He says, and I'm heading my way back to Torch now. Intending on heading down to Hajo Thakados. Where are you folks headed?
Oh, he's heading to Torch, he said?
I'm going to Torch, yeah.
From Scrapwall, okay.
You a regular in Torch? Would we? I guess have we seen this guy before? Because Torch is pretty small, right?
Torch is pretty small. I mean, there's so many people that come through in the summertime. Why don't you give us common knowledge check? I'll take it at -2. There's gonna be no effect from a fumble on this.
At -2. Hey.
Oh yeah, you've heard about this guy.
Oh boy.
He's some kind of bounty hunter.
Can I? I've lived in Torch for some time and lived in Scrapwall before. Can I ask a little bit more about what you were taking care of there?
Oh, just a little bit of business with one of the Smilers. And but you, Albrecht, and Clockwork would know Smilers is another one of the gangs that's in Scrapwall. They like the Glasgow Smile kind of thing. They like to disfigure themselves to do that. They are really a depraved and vicious street gang. They're one of the reasons why Clockwork and Albrecht probably decided to move on because they're just monsters.
Well, I tend to think that anybody dealing with Smilers is probably a friend of ours, fella. So
Are you?
sit down.
He points at you. He says, "Well, that's mighty kind." Sits down, and he says, "Well, it'd be mighty rude of me to share. Anyone care for?" And he opens up, and there's like a. It's kind of like a dried trail ration. It's a kind of a crunchy, almost like a kind of like a crunchy version of bannock with of bread kind of thing with fruit and nuts and stuff baked in. It's actually a rat folk speciality. So I mean,
Well, we've lost.
yeah, Clockworks knows you probably whiskers are kind of twitching at the smell of this stuff. Holy shit!
Definitely will. Kate will take some of offered because I know we've lost some rations, right?
Yep.
So this helps.
Yep. So he passes them around, and you guys can eat. What I'll do is I'll give you a plus because you're getting some help with the meals. I'll give you a +1 to the roll for whether rations are reduced. So he points at your tabard, Albrecht, and he says, "You're one of the faithful. Are you folks all headed up to the World Wound? Join the crusade?"
Not quite. We're headed out of Torch looking for a place called the Dead Flats Lake.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What's your business there?
Well, we are in the business of finding artifacts and making sure they get put to good use, I suppose is the way you'd put it. Making sure that we hear that there's some other the Hellions from Scrapwall are there, and we're not super interested in them having whatever it is that's
you say
they're interested in.
That's is this some kind of religious misunderstanding? I know Hellion and his followers have been more powerful of late, but
not so much religious as this was my father. It's kind of complicated my particular relationship to.
He winks at you and he says, "I hear it often is with your kind. I meant no offense."
No, none taken.
So one of the things the way he's saying about the church, that's actually a little bit new news to you guys. Like is that how they've been invoking the name of like a demon. It's Hellion. We serve Hellion, for when you guys were there. But if it's formalizing into an actual church, like you don't get, Ambrosius would know for sure. Like you don't get spells, and I think you would as well, Albert, just because of your paladin training. You don't get granted powers and spells necessarily from demons. It's from gods. And if Hellion is a god, that's a very, very big development and a huge boon to them as a gang.
We should keep our ear open for this. This would be quite something. I'm skeptical.
Yeah, you've never heard of them form like a church of Hellion. That's yeah. Anything else you guys want to chat with Slain about before?
Are you familiar with this lake?
Let's take a roll here. As a bounty hunter, he's got a respectable common knowledge. He's pretty well traveled. He has. He can offer you. He's got some directions from where you are now. What I'll give is for those who are going to make a survival check as their afternoon thing, you'll get a +1 to it.
Nice.
Excellent. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
of course.
Thanks for the help.
I tell you, I ain't one to be scrabbling in no holes. But he kind of taps his gun once again. He says, "I'll be nowhere without those that do."
Indeed. Have you heard of Bry? We can chat about her.
I'm familiar, but my best policy towards the gods is to have no policy towards the gods, if you don't mind my atheistic tendencies.
Oh, of course. No worries. We'll talk about her again some other time.
Oh, I'm sure we won't, but it will be a pleasure to see you again. What did you guys offer him in terms of food? Assuming you guys were breaking for lunch, what do you think that you were offering? Just general trail rations, or like dried, pork or beef or something like that?
What would we have?
I don't know if we'd have anything, although we might have, like a little bit of. I guess we probably wouldn't be drinking alcohol, but something like the Numerian equivalent of like lemonade, like a special drink that we'd have as like a celebratory, something to say, like, and that would perk Ambrosius up a little bit, probably, to have something a little special.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think the number of dwarves that live in Torch, there's got to be at least 2 different stills that sort of run there, and then So and then you don't run a tavern in this world without having your own sort of local brew. So there could be something from the Foundry Tavern as well, too, that you guys all.
Some would be good. Something like that would be good. We wouldn't want to get wasted, but enough to kind of perk everybody up. And
absolutely, yeah. So there's the what do we want to call it? The last torch or something like that, or
the foundry fluid.
Foundry fluid, you got it. Yep. So you pass it around, and you guys he takes a sip. He's happy to take some of that. And yeah, so you guys will, what I'm also going to give you, because of this good company, you guys will get a free, until the end of the day, you guys will get a free reroll on any vigor check. Your spirits are just sort of bolstered by this, so you are feeling more willing to tackle the coming day.
Excellent.
So, with that, though, Slane finishes up, and he says, well, there's many miles to still cover here. Gets up, puts his hat back on. He says, hope that me and Tulip here comes across you another time. Though, of course, not in a professional capacity. And he gives you kind of a wink. Hops up on the horse. Thanks again for the hospitality, and you folks have safe travels.
Yeah, look after yourself, Slane.
Always do. And he rides off. And that leaves you guys. So that you're feeling ready to tackle this afternoon's tasks. What do we? You're feeling pretty darn close to Dead Lake right now, or the Dead Flats Lake. What do you think?
I felt like he was on the verge of wanting to know more about Bry. He's close, but
everyone gets 2 bennies as well too. Great role playing throughout that. And Ambrosius, you can restore your power points as well.
Okay.
You had an hour of rest, so you get 5 back.
Did you say 2 bennies? You didn't just say 2. Okay.
1 back from when we got back from the break, and 1 from All right.
I feel better now. Let's press on. I think I feel like Bry's going to smile at us.
Yeah. I'm feeling good too.
Okay. So then, what? Well, let's draw some cards. What I'm talking about. Madison, come on, quit falling down on the job. Jeez, you had 1 job here, buddy.
I'll leave the survival again then, I assume.
Well, let's see what everyone gets for their cards first. We're not doing the journey. That's only every day. This is the afternoon's task here. Okay. All right. So we got Albrecht. It looks like you're facing a complication and a 2. You gotta spend a penny.
But that would be at the end. So maybe if we get there, I wouldn't have to deal with the complication.
Yep.
Or I got a bunch of bennies, so I could just go ahead and spend 1 for.
Because you could get a Joker. If you guys get a Joker, it's bennies for everybody, and you get +2 to your rolls.
Oh yeah. Let's spend a benny. See if I can get another card.
Okay. Well, at least there's no complication now,
right?
Anyone else? Anybody else want to spend a penny?
No,
I don't think so.
All right. So then, first up will be Clockwork. It's almost like you knew it, Mo. Then, so if you're going to go with survival, you get a +1 to survival thanks to Slane's recommendations. I'm telling the man. Jeez.
Nice.
Holy smokes! And guys, we don't have to worry about what anyone else is doing, because thanks to his good directions, you guys are finding yourself to Dead Lake or Dead Flats Lake. So Dead Flats Lake is so called. Get rid of this here. You guys have finished it. You only need... So just as a comment as well, too. When you guys are traveling home, we're not going through the same rigmarole. Like, you're not actually trying to... The reason we were doing the dramatic task is to have you guys find that place. We'll just be doing travel and drawing encounters on the way back. Assuming you survive, of course. So, tell me about how you're planning on approaching this. You reach the lake, and the lake is about a half mile... Well, it's about a mile long, I think, and about half mile wide. So it's not a huge lake. And it is so called because this seems to have accumulated near a bit of open patch, like a bit of like a salt flat kind of area. So the lake is going to be very very salty, and it has a honestly, there's just a pungent stink to it. You probably smell it before you ever reach it. It looks beautiful, and there's a bunch of birds and stuff that are around the edges, and there is vegetation that grows along it, but it's very different from anything you've seen here. Now, tell me a bit about how you plan on sort of reconnoitering this thing.
Do we know, like, what part of the lake or whereabouts on the lake the ruin is that we're looking for?
Because it's fairly new, I'm not sure. Maybe... Yeah, I don't think that the Black Horse scout who ran into that hobgoblin, he didn't actually have he didn't make it to the actual ruin.
Okay.
So they don't necessarily know yet.
But I think we probably want to set up like a camp essentially, right? A sort of home base, and then explore from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if there's like what I was thinking is we could have. Go up, like find if there's a sort of, I'm picturing, because the lake is a depression, right? So if there's a sort of high point, like a hill around it that we could set up on top of and have three of us sort of look out and see if we can see anything, and Clockwork go sneak around in the bushes and see if he can see anything.
Yep.
That'd probably be a good way. And then that'll be our Clockwork can come back. We'll spend the night, and then tomorrow we can start doing archaeological research.
Yeah. So the one thing to bear in mind too is because of the assortment of heroes we have today, everyone can see in the dark. And the you would, however, know that hobgoblins, I'm not sure what else may be with them, hobgoblins can see in the dark as well.
Yeah.
So, Mo, you were wanting to say something?
Is this actually a salt lake? It's dried out, or is it still got?
No,
some
it's an inland salt lake. Yeah, they're unusual, but there's. I can tell you actually, like, on my drive back to my hometown every year, I pass an inland salt lake, and I'm always fascinated by it because it's weird having the middle of Canada of Salt Lake.
Right.
Yeah. So
probably floating it if you wanted to go swimming.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to go swimming in a Numerian lake, but you know.
No, and well, you wouldn't want to go sling. This is a place called Duck Lake, and you would not want to go swimming in that either, because when you can smell it before you see it, and it's right around an area called Chaplin. There's a town called Chaplin near there, and they do salt mining because there's actual fucking dunes of salt, of white like salt you see as you drive past it. It's neat. So the and that's probably what their surrounding region here looks like as well too. There are lots of dunes and lots of like very, very chalk white salt, but there is still going to be some scrabble, hard scrabble terrain for you to hide in too. So if you want to, if I say Clockwork wanted to make that roll, because I think he's the best stealth.
Yeah.
Clockwork, would you rather wait for the night for your recon?
If you set up the base, I'll go out and have a quick scout.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For like hour and a half. Or so,
what I'm wondering, I'm thinking, if we know that this ruin was recently discovered, the dunes are probably the place to check, right? Because that's where there would be like shifting and stuff that would uncover something, as opposed to we could set up on like the other side away from that on the kind of harder ground, so that hopefully they wouldn't run into us, and then send Clockwork over towards the dunes, because that's where, something would shift and they would find a new excavated area, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I think that's the plan. Just Clockwork, if you're willing to go sneak around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
over in that area.
So give us a stealth check there, Clockwork. Okay, that's good enough. All right. So what you find, Clockwork, is starting with the going to, as Arlen described, kind of a high point near the lake, keeping yourself hidden in the reeds. There's a couple of interesting things that you spot. For one, near the edge, the far end of the lake, the far eastern end of the lake, there is a bit where the lake bed, like it is sort of like this was more full at one point. There is clearly a bit of an erosion that's about maybe between 7 and 15 feet tall, depending at different points, where the shore may have been at one point, but it's evaporated down to a certain point. On the far eastern side, it has collapsed down a bit, and what it has revealed is a metallic. I'm not sure if it's. You guys may think it's some kind of like building or structure that seems to be on its side and partially submerged still in this lake. And around that, near the edge, there is a encampment that has been set up, and the encampment it's got at least 30 people in it. And among the numbers that you spot there are orcs. There are rat folk. And the most common among them, a bunch of hobgoblins. And you can see that marking on the chest there, the chest plate. That is the mark of the Hellions. So this is just what you've got from your initial reconnoitering. There are ropes and some other stuff that is set across the surface of this structure, where they've got. It looks like they've been moving down, and you can see there is a hole on the side tilted top of the half submerged structure that leads where the ropes drop in. So it seems as if they have been exploring this thing as well.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah, 30 of them. That's kind of a big crew.
How many of them can you take, Albrecht?
Not 30. 15 now.
Right. Of course.
But no.
One bit of to give you some idea of the options as well too. You know that while the Hellions are like they're a tough. When you left, they were a tough gang. They're not like murderers and whatnot the way that the Smilers are. The Smilers, there's absolutely no way you could deal with them. They are the rabid dogs of the gangs that are there. The Hellions, they're definitely going to be tough. They definitely may take if they feel they can take something, they'll do that. But they're not on a kill on first sight type the way that the Smilers are.
Well, we could talk to them, maybe a little bit. So I think in preparation, I'll go ahead and wrap up my tabard, put it in my backpack. Tell Ambrosius maybe no mention of Bry while we're talking to them, but maybe tomorrow.
Ambrosius looks confused at that, but
maybe tomorrow we could go down and sort of talk to them and see if they're willing to. I mean, depending on how much shit is down there, they may feel like they can, give us a small share if we're willing to go in. Or we don't know if there's, because we know that ruins tend to be dangerous, right? Not just from people, not just from other explorers or trolls, but also from the stuff that they have behind. They might be willing to, give us a chance to explore and get some treasure, and they probably would want any of the really valuable stuff that we find, but we could get some stuff from them.
And perhaps we have expertise they lack.
And perhaps we have expertise they lack.
Which is then when Bry comes up.
All roads lead to Bry.
Okay, if you have a chance to make some converts and they ask about Bry, you're allowed to talk about Bry Ambrosius. Otherwise,
Ambrosius winks.
All right. So what do you guys think? Any Carl or Mo, anything to add to that insight?
Yeah, I sort of quite like the idea of waiting and maybe going and trying to mingle surreptitiously.
Yeah, then we'd be ready, right?
The one, actually, there's two races you did not see among the collection down there, and you would know from past experience with the Hellions, no androids, no dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
At least yet.
Yet. But Alberic and Clockwork could, and we're from Scrapwall, right? So we might be able to even like talk the talk, act like, maybe we're new recruits that got sent down or something.
Yep. Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Alberic doesn't seem like the sort who would know a whole lot about gangs, but Clockwork might.
Yeah, and you guys can get a sense like the sort of cobbled together stuff and gear and whatnot that you see in particular in this orc. That's a good indication of what Scrapwall inhabitants are normally like. Right? It's definitely more of a Fury Road aesthetic to their clothes than the sort of Thundar, aesthetic we're getting from some of the other characters in Numeria.
Okay.
Well, who wants to lead the way? Verbally.
Are you going tonight or are you going tomorrow?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's end of day is like the sun has been going down when you guys, especially once you've set up your camp, once Clockwork gets back from his reconnoitering.
Yeah. I think we go tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, we lost Mo.
We lost Mo. Uh-oh.
Is Mo still in chat?
Yeah, sorry, I think he just dropped myself out of the game for some reason.
Okay.
Unless I hit something on the keyboard while I was writing in my notebook.
Okay.
Maybe should we pull back so that we don't accidentally run into them, into their guard at night?
Well, I'm assuming we've actually hidden the camp a little bit. It's not there sitting there right on the top of the dune with the fire going. Maybe we're on the reverse slope slightly.
Yeah, we can move back out of the way a little bit. Seems like we were sort of up top, but we could definitely go back onto the reverse slope.
Well, I assume that you guys anticipated trouble, so I'm assuming you set your camp a little bit further back, and it was Clockwork who went out to that vantage to reconnoiter.
To look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we stay here tonight, and in the morning we go and talk to them. Maybe we watch them for a little bit in the morning and see what they actually do. Like if they're sending crews in right now or anything like that. Yep. We could even send one of the things I was thinking, because we could send Clockwork. How's your Scrapwall lingo?
What's your persuasion? That'll give us a good sense of that.
Yeah. Persuasion. 6d6 in languages.
Well, it's probably common, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they speak a...
Can I ask you to hit reconnect on your Roll20? I've lost your camera altogether.
Okay.
And I tried refreshing on my end, but it did nothing.
Yeah, I was thinking I could maybe... Right.
Well, we could even do to steal a kind of concept from... another story. We could have Clockwork go in and then have him like whistle or something, and the next person comes in, and then whistle, and the next person comes in, so that we're kind of gradually revealing our presence to them, rather than kind of all showing up at once and putting them on edge.
That sounds fine to me.
Especially since Clockwork and I are from Scrapwall, and we might know enough to be able to, mention like a gang member's name or a leader's name or something, and say like, yeah, we know this guy. We're here to do some
help.
Here to help. Here to do some investigating of the ruins. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, that sounds fine. Whatever would spook them less. We don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, want to go in?
Yeah, let's go in the morning. Let's camp out tonight. We'll watch them for like an hour in the morning and just see what they're doing, and then in the morning we'll go down, and try to talk to them.
That
That's
sounds good.
the plan.
Okay, so would someone give me a D4 roll, please? Not all at once. There we go. Okay. So, we'll wait for when Carl gets back, but something interesting is going to be happening overnight. So, let's see. I'm just going to move you guys over, and if he's not back in a moment here, I'll just... we will go to the next in the line, which means it's Alberic. Okay, so Alberic. This is in the evening. You are taking your turn on watch. Let's see, it'll be... it's not far. You're the second one on watch. So you've just taken over for Kate. Kate is asleep. Clockwork is asleep. Ambrosius is asleep. Before we go on, why don't you guys give us who is handling the food, who's handling the water. No ammunition's been used yesterday, so we don't need to worry about that. And the supplies.
Let's see.
I think I was supplies, wasn't I, last time? Or am I getting confused?
I think so, yeah. I think it's Kate's on food, Alberic's on water, and Clockwork is on supplies. So what are they currently at right now?
I think supplies a D4 and everything else is a D6. Let me check. Yes.
All right, so then go ahead. Kate, give us a 2D6 roll. Okay. Oh, shit. So then Albrecht rolls a D6 as well. Okay, so Kate, the food's okay. You guys are good for supplies still?
1D6 from me?
Yeah, 1D6 for you, please. Okay, good. Yeah, so water is fine, and then Mo, give us a 2D6 roll, please.
2D4?
2D6,
2D4, I thought supplies we were down, someone just said.
I think it was, well...
the ammo's a D6, supplies is a D4.
Yeah, the supplies
so
are
D4. Okay, so a D4 and a D6, please, for Mo. That's a fail. You guys are out of supplies. Now you could spend a Benny to re-roll that if you want. You didn't get a fumble. I think Mo's one is the most hard up for Benny's right now, so...
I mean, it seems worthy of a Benny, but you're low.
Yeah, let's try re-rolling it.
Okay.
And,
there you go. Yep, no problem. So that would explode as well, too, but there's no benefit from raises. All right, so then...
Can't find more supplies.
No. All right, so then you guys are fine for your supplies and such. This is in the evening. Albrecht, you are up, and have you put your tabard away already? You think?
Yeah, I put my tabard in my backpack as soon as we sort of decided on the plan. Also, it kind of weirded me out having that encounter with Slain and him commenting on it, and I hadn't sort of thought about, like, I'm not like an official. I don't know if there's a certification process for paladins, but if there is, I haven't passed
Mail
it.
in and make 3 easy payments, and
and so it's a little, and I'm not, not really. I don't like mechanically. I don't have a faith skill at all or anything, so I figure I don't have a whole lot of I've got sort of like an aspiration towards paladinhood, but I'm not there yet.
So one thing,
I think
if you are choosing to, if you choose to take the paladin's power, when you get an arcane background, you automatically get a D4 in whatever the spellcasting stat is.
Okay,
so
cool.
You would,
so that'll be a good. That'll be like an interesting progression. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so you are you know, you've got your father's tabard sort of crumpled up and sitting down, and maybe that might be weighing on your mind and thinking of what to you know, what's going to be coming in the day to in the day ahead of you. When you hear a voice, and it's a soft and almost gentle voice. Help me. Help me.
So where's this coming from?
You're sleeping.
Outside the tent.
You're sleeping.
Oh, sorry.
So Albrecht, stands up. Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
Give us a notice check.
Yeah. Notice. Definitely not.
Okay.
Wow.
So you're looking around, and you can spot off to the about the northwest. There's a bit of a bluish glow, and you can hear once again the voice in your head. Please help me.
So what I will do. Who is on watch next? Is it Clockwork?
Let's say it's Clockwork next. Yeah, Kate's had her first watch. You're about an hour into your watch.
Yeah, so I will. I'm gonna kind of. So I'm up. I'm gonna walk over to Clockwork and just kind of shake him for a second, so he wakes up, and say, "Watch the camp. I'm going to investigate something," and I'm gonna start walking towards the glow.
Okay. Why don't Ambrosius and Kate give us notice checks on a raise? I'll say that this wakes you up. Okay,
Nope.
Kate's still sleeping sound. And Ambrosius. Oh, was that your roll there? The 5?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah. So no, unfortunately not. Both of you are still soundly sleeping. Albert, what do we see as you make your way out into away from the small fire?
So I probably left my backpack and most of my stuff down, but I've got my shield on my back and my mace at my belt, and my armor on and everything. And I'm gonna go. And I'm probably gonna start if the voice continues and sounds like I'm getting closer as I'm moving that direction. I'm gonna try to judge about where I think that I could start to say, like, you know. As I get closer, I'm gonna start to what am I gonna say? Because I'm definitely gonna say, like, what kind of help do you need or something like that?
Sure.
What can I do to help? Yeah, that's Alberic.
Help me! I need help. So you get to the point where you're sort of walking up to this one of those white dunes that has like an eerie bluish glow around it at this point, and you think that the source of light is right on the far side. And as soon as you get to sort of near the crest and you might see down, the lights go out.
Did I see those lights when he woke me up?
If you look in the direction he's going, there's a soft bluish glow off in that direction.
So as soon as the lights go out, I'm gonna crouch down and get my shield and my mace out in case. Seems like if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen now.
Okay, so you crouch down low, and then what will suddenly appear before you at the sort of apex of the mound is this.
Oh boy,
it's glowing. I am going to. Because of your fumble on the notice, I'm going to draw 2 cards for you, and you'll take the lowest for this first round.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then this thing is undulating around too. There's that bluish glow. It's even almost bright, and you're not. If your eyes see something strange hanging in the middle of this formless structure, it's like there's a bizarre sky metal substructure inside this thing. So let's draw for the ones who are awake. Oh, look at you, Albrecht. Ace of spades. Unless you get a joker, that is the best you can get. 4 for clockwork. And then for this creature. Oh, I got to draw 2 and do the worst for you.
Yep. Just rubbing it in, Madison.
Sorry. 10. Oh, so close. All right, so I think we'll give everyone a Benny for the start of this. And clockwork. Do you wish to spend a Benny to get a new card, or are you good with 4?
I think I'm good with that. I think.
Okay. So then this thing is up first. So what it does is those pseudopods whip down, and you can still hear in your head now almost screeching, like as if someone was screaming into your ear, "Help me!" And you realize you're not actually hearing this, it's all in your mind. Okay, now, let's see here. We got 1 pseudopod. Oh, I got a raise. And dose pseudopod. Hit. What is your parry? Sorry.
My parry is an 8.
An 8. Okay, awesome. So I actually got a hit, not a raise.
All right.
All right, so you take... oh, man. Okay. What is your toughness?
My toughness is a 10, 3 of which is armor.
Okay, so these have no AP, so this is just flat against your 10. That is, just a 10, so you are shaken.
Yep.
But you also, I need you to give us a vigor check. And your benefit from before will still apply. Remember, you can get that 1 plus 1 to your next vigor check.
I thought you said a reroll to a vigor check.
Oh, reroll, even better. Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Jesus, Kev from an hour ago was way more generous than Kevin.
I know.
Oh, nice. All right, so you hit this thing, when this thing, when that one bluish pseudopod connects, a couple things that you notice. For one, there is a spark of energy that seems to outline this thing. You also feel like a shoot. Imagine like just for a flash of a second, you had the worst migraine you could imagine. Disorienting, blurring your vision and everything. And you can feel your orcish nature, the sort of the savagery letting yourself go. It seemed to be triggered just for a split second. As if this thing would have damaged your mind. You're up next. So you're shaken. Go ahead and give us a unshake check.
I think I would just spend a Benny to unshake instead of trying to. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm unshaken, and I'm going to spend one of these, and now I get to do stuff.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember if there's a withdraw.
Yeah, so you can go. There is a withdraw. They do get a attack on you. Withdraw from combat. They get 1 free attack, but you could also go on full defense. Right, because defend gives you +4 to your parry.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's what I'll do. I will. I'm gonna full defend and get my shield up and let him swing at me and try to. I can't run, so I'm just gonna sort of start backing away back towards the camp and probably shout, "Clockwork, wake everybody up!"
You could run if you want.
You can't run while you full defend.
Oh, never mind. Then
yeah, so that's what I think that's the best thing is to full defend, get some space.
I got an exploding dice. Let's see here. Only a 10. Your keen defenses have... This thing hits and sparks fly as this blue pseudopod retreats.
Nice.
Clockwork. You can see Albrecht is silhouetted by this glowing blue glob. And this thing is about twice the height of Albrecht. What are you doing?
I'm going to call out and wake everyone up, and then I'm going to start moving towards the two of them. How far away are they?
They're probably about 25 yards or so. So
hang on, my pace.
I think your pace is a 5 because you're wee and but your run is quite good. Oh no, hold on, your pace actually might be higher because you're a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it's twice pace in yards, right? Because pace is inches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically 2 moves for people of like pace 6.
Yeah.
All right, so Ambrosius and Kate, you were both kind of like, what the and woken up by Clockwork, and Clockwork you're starting to move towards. If you want to run, just click on your run thing, and that'll add in how many extra inches. We'll see how fast you get towards where Albrecht is. Albrecht is about 12 yards back towards you guys, so.
where does run hide?
It's right on pace.
Yeah, you can just
Right
click
under
on
it.
pace, where it has a little polyhedron by it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll roll your run.
Yep, go ahead.
There you
9. Very nice. Wowzers. So you, that's total. So 9. So you're 18 yards towards. So you're actually easily catching up to Albrecht. The gray mouser to your Fafred has reached you, Albrecht. And Kate and Ambrosius, you wake up and you look over and see Albrecht is backing away from this enormous glowing glob. So let's draw some cards here. There you go. Kate, Ace of Hearts.
go. Nice.
Albrecht, 7. Clockwork, 4. And Ambrosius, Joker.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a Benny. You get +2 on your actions, and this thing gets an 8. I'll spend a Benny from it to see if I can get something better. There's one more Joker in that deck. And there it is, baby! Nice. All right, so
Who goes first?
I will let you got the Joker first, so I will let Ambrosius go first. Does anyone want to spend a Benny to draw a different card?
Well, there's no more jokers, so why
No more Jokers. No. All right, so Ambrosius, you have the first choice of acting or holding. What do you want to do?
So, and
When I get a Benny. Yeah.
Albrecht, you said it's about 12 yards away.
Albrecht is about 12 yards away right now.
So Ambrosius sits up with a start, eyes, wide, a bit of drool off the chin, trying to get awake. And his first instinct is he looks over, mouth agape, and his instincts is he immediately casts just at the edge of his range protection on Albrecht, obviously being threatened. Yeah.
Now, do you wish to cast it on anyone else?
If anyone is let's see here.
Just because you get a pretty sweet discount on if they're doing that now.
Is there a I guess they just all have to be in range. Is that
That's
seem
right.
right? Yeah. Yes. Let's I will cast it on I'll probably that makes even more sense. I mean, since I'm waking up from a start and obviously this huge thing is threatening us, I'll just cast it on everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
You get +2 to your roll too.
Nice. Oh, right. Yes.
Yep, because the Joker.
All right. Let's see. So it's there's 4 of us, so it's going to be a cost of 4, I think. Yep. And here it comes.
Here we go. Big money. Come on.
Oh, there we go.
With a raise.
And a raise.
Nice.
Excellent. So everybody gets +4 to your armor.
Nice.
And Ambrosius screams out, "Bry!" and holds up like holds up the symbol.
Great stuff. All right, so deduct your power points.
Yep.
And then you can stand up as well too. It only costs 2 of your pace.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Next up is this thing. So those pseudopods are twisting around. 2 of them are gonna lash out towards. I'll do multiple ones. All 4 of its pseudopods are gonna pulse out here. So I need this, and I need this. All right. So against Albrecht, first one. There's a bolt of bluish energy, like that outline, that thing seems to lash out and come towards you from where it is. That is a hit. Oh, wait. Nope, with multi-action penalty, it is a miss. One of them misses you. Second one, second one gets a raise on you.
Oh, no.
And then I got 2 against Clockwork. One of them is a solid miss. The other one is a hit. All right, so then the damage. Guys, what is Albrecht's toughness right now?
14 for me right now.
14 with the armor, right?
With the armor.
Alrighty. Oh, and I got a raise against you. No, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you got a raise
for the
versus
second hit. Okay. So let's see here. That is 12, 15.
15. Oh no, I'm shaking.
Okay. Actually, I need another.
Bigger check.
Yes, please.
All right.
Wait a second. Actually, hold on. I think it's only. Yeah, ignore me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Wasted a roll.
Wasted a roll. Sorry. All right, and then Clockwork. What is your toughness right now?
6.
6. Okay. Let's see here. Well, I only shook you, so you're hit by this thing. You are shaken as well.
So did we all get the protection, or was it just Ambrosius?
No, everybody.
Oh, in that case, my toughness would have been 8.
8. So
Assuming
you're
it's
still
axed,
shaken. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that was. Oh, I got +2. Hold on. Yeah, that's your hit with a raise. I forgot to add that in because of the. Did make a difference. All right. So that was this creature. Next up is Kate Firemain. What are you doing, Kate?
So I can't really hit it, right? Because they're in melee. What's the?
No. It's they've backed away. There's a 12 12-yard gap between this creature and where they are. It's shooting bolts from its pseudopods.
I'm gonna shoot a bolt. I'll shoot a bolt back.
Okay. So it is currently 25 yards. So it'd be 12 inches. How is that?
Smarts times 2. Let me see.
Smarts times 2 would be 10 for you, wouldn't it? Or 20 for you?
16.
16. Yep. Short range. So
okay.
All right. So you stand up.
And stand up and cast a bolt back. Fire bolt.
Please do.
Okay. Ooh, 10.
Oh, nice hit with a raise.
All right, so roll. Let me just roll damage, right? Is that what we do?
Yeah, go ahead. And this is fire?
Yeah.
Excellent.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. Awesome. Okay, so that means it is shaken.
Oh, so good old fire.
Good old fire. When in doubt, burn it. The magic of the forge.
I'll draw. I guess I won't. Can I still draw and move towards it?
You can move, but you can't ready a weapon because that's an action. That would have been a multi-action.
So I just ready. So I just ready a weapon, or is that?
Nope, can't do it.
Never mind.
No, that's
okay.
Yep, that's it makes sense for you to leap up and be like, yeah, and throw fire at him.
Okay.
All right, Albrecht, what are you doing?
All right. I did not like getting stuff tossed at me nearly as much as I liked getting it try to smack me. So I guess I'm going to go back.
Upside down. Did you know that?
So first, unshake.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to spend a Benny to.
Okay.
To
yep.
Because I got a lot of them. So 5. No shaken.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to try to, I've got my shield and my mace. I'm going to try to hit the endoskeleton.
Okay.
So I want to do a called shot.
Oh, did I invert this thing by accident?
You did.
Yeah.
What is going on? My mouse is just doing bizarre shit today.
We didn't know any different though, so it's
I know
the blob.
Yeah.
Carl
has hair. Yeah.
Carl's got a high notice. So.
Yeah.
There we go. That's really weird. I don't even know how I did that.
Huh.
Well, in any event, it's back now. Okay, so then, so you race in. Go ahead. The parry is a 6.
What's the penalty for called shot on the endoskeleton? Because I want to hit the sky metal.
So there's you actually can't reach it. There's a reason why you can't reach it.
Oh no.
Yeah. You take -2 to the effect because that is what you're intending to try and do. But I'll tell you, you'll learn.
Nope.
Oh, you don't even connect.
Nope.
So I think you get in and it's just like any film that's had Dr. Octopus in it, you can get an idea of just like shit. You just can't seem to get in through those writhing bluish tendrils. Clockwork, you're next.
So someone's actually next to it fighting it now.
Yes. Me.
Yeah, Albert is. So first you need to unshake though, Clockwork.
I'm going to spend a penny to do that.
Okay.
and then I'm going to move forward, pulling the short sword out because I don't really want to punch it.
Yep.
And then I'm going to hit it. So I assume that's a minus for the hit.
Yes, because if you're drawing a short sword. Yeah, so go ahead.
And -2.
Parry is 6. Solid hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Okay. That is 7. So that actually causes 1 wound. And what you see is it hits this thing, and then that bluish glow around it dissipates and collapses. You don't seem to actually connect with the its body. So, if you were to guess, it's almost as if there was some kind of field around this thing that was holding it together. Next is, let's see here, draw cards. Oh, I got to reshuffle. Hold on. Quit cheating, Madison. There we go. And recall. Yes, please. And shuffle. Yes, please. And then here we go. Kate. 6. Albrecht. Jack. Not bad. Clockwork. An 8. Ambrosius. A 10. And the critter gets a Jack of Spades. Anyone spending bennies to get a new card?
No.
Okay. So this thing is going to try and unshake first. Because it is up first. Oh, I don't unshake! Holy shit.
Oh.
Yep, and I got a fumble. I can't take any other actions this round.
Nice.
Yep.
That helps.
So then, next up will be Albrecht. What are you doing?
All right, I'm gonna try to smack it.
Please do.
So, yeah, heavy mace. Let's do that.
Oh, want to spend a Benny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's spend a Benny. Nope.
Oh. All right. Having been hit by this thing and having it, have that reaction to your mind, it's not surprising you're keeping a careful distance here.
Yeah.
Ambrosius, you're up next. What are you doing?
So they're all still within 12 yards, right? That hasn't changed?
That's right.
He raises his symbol, points it at Albrecht, and is going to try to boost his fighting.
Sorry, no. They're 25 yards away now.
Oh, they're 25. I will, let's see. I can't get there. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you can move 12 yards and get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
1
okay.
yard here or there. We're in theater of the mind. I'm not really fussed.
Okay. Yeah, I rush forward, seeing that it's the whole thing's moved, and I rush forward and point my symbol at Albrecht to boost his fighting.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Nice.
So here's something we learned. If you go into your character sheet under the edit mode, click on the cog, it'll let you put a boost in there.
Oh, yeah.
The cog
Right.
next to the skill.
It's nice. Because then it reminds you that it's in there.
Fighting.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right. One step.
One
Yeah.
step. Well, let's
One
see what he
step.
rolls. Let's see what he rolls first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. And let me just look at my...
And remember, you can, I think with that one, you can spend a PowerPoint to affect more than one target.
You can. Is anyone else
Clockwork
fighting...
is engaged with them too.
Clockwork is.
Oh, okay. I definitely. So we'll do that. So it's a total cost of 3. And rolling.
Go. Come on.
Okay.
Nice. All right, so
Take it.
then Clockwork and Albrecht, you can boost your fighting by 1.
Nice.
Okay. And what does that look like?
He's pointing it at the skirmish and says, "By the power of Bry, they smite you."
Nice. All right. Next up is Clockwork.
All right. Well, I'll continue fighting, inspired by
Bry is what you're
Yep.
looking for.
right.
Insert name here. Go ahead. Holy smokes. Very nice. So that is a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. And do you want to, because you're stunning... Oh, no, this thing's actually an ooze, so it's immune to your stunning fist.
Well, I'm not. I'm using a sword, not a.
Oh, right. All right. That's actually not enough. So you stab at this thing, but, I mean, it's diaphanous blue goo. So you... Yeah. Like, where is the important part here? Kate, you're up next.
Okay. The fire. the fire seemed to work pretty well.
It did, yep.
Kate wants to get in the melee. She's gonna cast. If I stand still, can I draw a weapon and cast smite on it?
No, if you're gonna get ready a weapon, that's a multi-action, so you'll take -2 to your spellcasting.
That's fine.
Yep. Also, your camera is just a little bit off, Carl. I got a lovely view of one of your headsets, but not
Yeah,
your smiling face.
Screens, so. All right, so spellcasting at a -2.
Here we go.
I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Please do. Here we go. Big money. Come on.
Nope.
Ugh.
It's not a crit. Okay.
But you do get your other things ready. Your weapon is ready now. Did you want to move
the
as well?
weapon's out. Yeah, I'll start making my way tactically towards the melee.
So that would only cost you one power point for the failure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now before we draw cards, I can spend a Benny, and I'm going to unshake this thing before we get to the next action. And here we go. All right. So Kate, 3 of hearts. Alberic, 6 of clubs. Clockwork, 7 of clubs. Ambrosius, ace of clubs, not bad. And this critter, a 3. So I'm for sure going to spend a Benny and get a new one. Because that sucked. 3. Anyone else want to spend Bennies right now?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a Benny to
re-roll.
Too.
God.
Worse?
It's worse, but you take the better of the 2, so you're on 3 of hearts.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I still go last. But...
All right, and everyone else is okay with what they got? Then Ambrosius is up first. What are you doing? Oh, you're muted, Carl or Sean.
Takes out his sling and lets loose.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Let's see. Athletics. No. Remind me, since allies are involved. No melee. No modifier, right? Just
correct. Yeah. Okay. Just if you roll a fumble, you hit one of your allies.
Okay.
Okay. Nope.
Spending a Benny.
Please do.
Okay. Reroll.
Go.
Oh, he hits, but yeah, you hit though. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Okay. Yep. Second one. So go ahead and roll. Remember when you're making your attacks, use the weapons.
Yeah, my fault.
Okay.
Let's see. Damage is.
Just click on the weapon once, and then just click on damage.
Yeah. I did click on it. There it comes.
Okay, and just click on roll damage.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
good crit missed.
Okay, so that it hits it, but it does not seem to.
Can I spend a Benny on the damage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Take that one off. Reroll damage.
Go.
Better.
Okay. Better. Still not enough to actually affect this thing, it seems.
Just flies through the goo.
Yep. Next up is Clockwork.
I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
Again.
Go ahead. Hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. And again, unfortunately, because it's the nature of this thing's... Oh, yeah, you're using your short sword. All right, so that's a 12. That is enough to shake it again.
Cool.
Okay. So it is once again... It's kind of... it's on the defense against Clockwork's furious stabs. Next is Alberic.
I'm getting smacking.
Go.
And I'm spending a Benny.
Okay. Hold on. There's 2 of you involved. You have a gang up bonus of +1.
Oh, well,
that's
then
a hit.
The 5. I would spend the Benny to go for the raise anyway, and didn't get it.
Didn't get it. Okay, so then go ahead and roll damage.
I'll just roll damage.
Sure.
And take away my Benny.
Yep.
3. Roll damage.
Whoa.
Nice.
That is actually a wound.
Nice.
Okay. So let's put that down there. Part of this thing's structure is torn away by your massive mace. And
Nice.
it's that screeching you're hearing in your head of it saying, "Help me, help me, help me." It just starts screaming. I'm going to spare the listeners at home the scream, but... All right, so then it's this thing's turn. So I think before its turn, I'm going to spend a Benny to unshake, because it's getting really badly beaten here. And then what it does is it seems to... It pulls its pseudopods in. There's a pulse that goes up the spine of that thing inside it. And then, let's do this. That glow returns around it. And that is its action. And then, Kate, what are you doing?
Kate is going to close an attack.
Okay. Yeah! Go ahead and make your attack roll. Parry is a 6. You get +2 gang up bonus.
Okay.
Oh!
I'm going to spend... Yeah, I'm going to spend a Benny.
That's pretty close. Yeah, go ahead and spend a Benny.
Can't believe it's crazy. 7.
7 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Come on, Maul. Oh, it's a greatsword now, not a Maul.
Yeah, it's a great sword. I don't know. I don't know if there's any bonus.
There is one. There is some armor on this as well too.
So it's 9 AP3.
AP3. That's actually pretty awesome. That is enough to actually shake it again.
Nice.
Let me take that Benny off.
You can see there's a pulse of that goes across, that ripples across this thing, showing the full extent of its field. All right, then next round, Kate, Ace of Spades, as good as he can get without a Joker. Queen of Heart or Queen of Clubs, awesome. 4, 7 for Ambrosius, and then this thing, a 4. I got 2 more Bennies left. I'm spending a Benny to get something different. Come on. Jack. There we go. It's a little better. Clockwork, do you want to spend a Benny?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. So you got 1 Benny left. Oh. Ambrosius, are you good where you are?
I'm good.
All right. First up is Kate Firemain.
Kate is going to hack at it to just do this wild swing.
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead. +2 because of the gang up.
Oh, so +4 with the wild swing.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, the wild swing. I forgot. Come on. That is a hit.
Nice.
Yeah, not a raise. Though.
Not a raise. You want to spend a Benny to re-roll?
Nah, maybe I'll save it for damage. We'll see.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage.
And that's also +2 to the...
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
15.
jeepers. All right, so that is enough to actually to shatter its shield again, and has 2 wounds now. Cleaves right through that and then into its body. Albrecht, you see the pulse of flashing, and you can still hear that sort of garbled in your head. You were up next. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to do like Kate and smack the thing.
+2 from gang up bonus.
All right, +2 from the gang up.
swing like a madman.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. That's very close to a raise.
Good.
Isn't that a raise? Because it's 6.
6. Oh yeah, +4. Madison.
Nice.
Yeah, that is a raise. All right.
All right.
Hit with the raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Get it.
Roll damage. Nice.
Wow.
All right. So you've been keeping your eye on that thing in the middle, and you finally managed to connect with this. It hits it so hard that it actually forces it out of this thing's structure, and you hear this that sort of cuts off quickly. And in a very weird anticlimactic thing, the goo just loses all structure. And it hits the ground. And it is dead.
Wow.
All right. So, guys, everyone gets a Benny as well for defeating that thing. And then, let me switch this over here.
Oops.
So what do you guys do next? With the glow is gone, so you guys finding yourself standing only in the fleeting light of the moon above you, and there's this pile of goo, and there is this weird apparatus.
apparatus
Kate,
that
Call
was.
Ambrosius, call Ambrosius up.
Yeah,
Ambrosius.
Kate and Ambrosius. Why don't you guys take a look
Ambrosius,
at this?
we got a funny looking thing here.
Ooh, and Ambrosius goes sprinting up.
Okay. So you head up and go ahead and let's see here. Why don't you make a well? Let's do the same thing as before, guys. Who wants to aid and who wants to roll?
I'll aid Kate.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll.
And just prior to that, even as wide-eyed as Ambrosius is, as the idea of some kind of apparatus, he mutters to Albrecht, "Maybe an eye towards their camp. They may have heard all of that." And then focuses on the.
Oh yeah.
Albrecht will say that's a good idea, and he'll kind of take a couple steps out that direction and sort of crouch down, watching the camp, make sure they're not sending a party out here.
Yeah. So why don't we have this? So Ambrosius, give us the lower of research and academics.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Let's see here. It is still rolling. Okay, good.
Nice.
So Kate, give us a lower of research and academics. You get +1 to the result, or +1 to your roll. Okay.
Hey.
So what you're able to figure out is that it's not so much the function of this thing. You've got a rough idea that this is. It's gotta give off some kind of like stabilizing field. You've seen this in things where like they want to prevent something or make something free from dirt or other kind of grime or whatnot. It creates like a stability field. This seems to have done something, whatever overall form that this creature had, this seems to have been the thing that held it together. You also know that you can probably sell this thing for around 350 silver discs.
Ooh.
Do we think this might have given the creature protection?
It is likely that the field that you guys witnessed, that weird blue glow that it was using to lash out at you guys, that probably gave it its structure. And the fact that when Albrecht knocked that thing out of it, it disrupted it, and then just it lost its structure altogether.
Yep.
But it's not it doesn't. It's like
We couldn't turn it into a force field for ourselves.
Yeah, we can't.
Not with your level of understanding, and not without. You could perhaps adapt it to do something like that, but you would need access to a lab or something like that, and that would be, Ambrosius's friends at the Technic League might be able to help you with that, or if you find something like that in a ruin somewhere.
Yeah. Or, I mean, we're going to have to bring it back to Torch to sell it anyway. We could show it to Connor Bain first.
Bain
he
might
seems to know.
Sanville Tret as well, too.
Sanville Tret. Yeah. So we could show it off to them and at least ask them if they could do something with it.
Yep.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
We want to make a note of that in the loot to show it to them before we just sell it.
You call it Sky Metal Armature.
Cool.
All right. So,
Cool.
Albrecht, let's close the session with you giving us a notice check here. Let's see. You sneak up and look over.
Nice.
Awesome. With a raise, it seems like they are sending out a small expedition, at least about 6 people, to investigate what's going on.
Okay.
And
guys, what do we?
I'll tell you one other thing. At least 3 of those figures, you're like, what is... There's something weird about the way they're moving. Are they injured, or are they... And then I think you see them go past. They are the only humans in camp. And you can see from the carvings that are on their faces that they are smilers. But the way they shamble along... tells you that they are the walking dead. This group may have a necromancer in its numbers.
That's pretty nasty. I'm guessing Yomadai doesn't like necromancers.
Yomadai is most assuredly opposed. Yomadai, I believe that she achieved her godhood opposing a lich known as the Whispering Tyrant. A crusade that was fought against him.
Classic.
Yep.
Gonna smack me some necromancers, boys.
So with that, you come back to camp. You advise your fellows of what you have seen, and we'll see what happens next week.
We Prepare for
Nice.
battle.
Yeah.
Nice.
So everybody's going to get an advancement as well too.
Nice.
And this is number 3, so I believe this brings you guys into
Yeah.
seasoned.
Yes.
So you will have access to any of the seasoned abilities that.
I thought it was at 4 we get, or the next
Yeah.
one we get.
I'm actually at 3. 4 is the season, I believe.
Oh, is it 4? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
4.
Yeah.
The
So
next one, I guess.
Yep. Awesome.
I only have 2. I have 3.
You have 3 now. Okay, so everyone's going to have 3.
Yep.
This is session 3 of this game. So yeah. All right, great. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 3 of the Road to Iron Gods. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the game, the campaign, or the version of Savage Worlds we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. This is part of our build-up to our annual gaming marathon. So the weekend of June 4th, we'll be playing these characters, other characters that we have introduced as parts of the Iron Gods. We had another session with another story, another group of heroes on Friday last week, or this past weekend, so you can check out who those heroes are. You'll expect to see all of them over the course of the weekend. In addition, there is a link in the description of the video to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. That's the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. It benefits SOS Children's Villages International, a really great organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children from around the world. For every $25 Canadian that you donate between now and August 1st, 2021, you will get one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle. The grand prize is a copy of Beadle and Grimm's Legendary Edition Curse of Strahd, a really amazing box set that has everything, all the parts of the revised Curse of Strahd adventure, as well as a bunch of other crap like maps and handouts and new adventurers and new NPCs and stuff. It's really an amazing product. And if you don't win that, you still could win our second prize, which is a copy of Beadle and Grimm's upcoming Shadowy Silver Edition of Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. If you don't win that, you still win a copy of the win a chainmail dice bag made by our own armor smith, Dave. You could win some prizes from the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble Shop, including some t-shirts and posters and mugs and such. And if you don't win all of that stuff, you still could win a... actually, that's it. You still can participate in our voting for our next charity session. We currently have voting going on until June 1st. That is for the sci-fi game that we're going to play as our next charity session. And in addition, after that, if you've donated since April 1st, you can also help outfit our heroes by spending the money that you donated to help buy them supplies and gear and whatnot. So that also definitely helps them survive the bullshit that I intend on throwing at them. And the last thing is you also get a chance to help out over 80,000 orphan and abandoned kids who really could use some help. So a chance to vote on what happens on the channel, to win some great gaming stuff, to outfit our heroes, and to help out kids who could really use help. None of the money goes to the channel. None of it goes to any other middleman. It all just goes out to help out those kids who benefit from SOS Children's Villages International's activities. Speaking of amazing people, like are the donors, to date we've already raised over $3,200 since January, which is mind-boggling. So a huge thank you to everyone who has donated so far. And for those who won things in our last raffle who have not contacted me yet, if you haven't checked to see whether you won something, there's still some big prizes that were won by people who I haven't heard from. So please be sure to check if you check that video, see if you did win something. I've listed it on the Charity Initiatives tab of the Dungeon Musings Discord server. If I don't hear from you by the time of the next draw, those prizes will be rolled forward, and we'll have more amazing prizes from Beadle and Grimm for the next raffle. And those who did win physical prizes, I'm getting those into the mail tomorrow. So I'll give you if you're listening around the time of recording, if you did win something like I heard from the person who won the City of Mist box set, and I heard from the person who won the dice tray. Both of those are going into the mail tomorrow. Last thing I'll say is a huge thank you to the players. So Carl, Arlen, Mo, and Sean, thank you so much for joining me today on the road to the Iron Gods. We hope you guys enjoyed. I look forward to hearing what you're spending your advancements on, and we'll see what happens with this necromancer and his minions in a week's time.
Right.
So,
Nice.
for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. If you're joining us during the current crisis, we hope this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. We hope that we gave you a couple of hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are encountering on the road to the Iron Gods. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.